Call Bahram look at the family photograph. Amir is sibling beside Zahra. The image comes from a time before the young people began asking questions. Bahram now that peaceful life was partly for, but he want it back. Zahra returned home verified to crack clothes before going back to Malik Hospital. She found Bahram sitting alone. He must with her. Amir called Zahra say have survived surgery. Bahram applied relief but his attraction remained everywhere. Zahra sensed something wrong and asked with her Galib connect him. Bahram sliced Zahra now immediately. Air of the marriage teach people the shape of each other honesty. She tell him that Galib cannot allow to control them again. Bahram says she does not understand what it has risk. Zahra answered that she understands better than anyone. They already gave up that trust and the lie has followed their children into adulthood. Bahram said revealing everything. Destroy Amir. Zahra replied that Amir is ready being destroyed by question. He deserves the right to know his one life. Bahram warned her that knowledge can separate Amir from the people he loves. Zahra said false love based on hidden fact is not safety. Their agreement shows the difference between fear and the courage. Bahram's belief control can protect families. Zahra has begun understand the control created the disaster. She tells Bahram she will speak to Amir herself. Bahram grabbed her not voluntary but disappearance. He said that no one day. Zahra pulled away and asked this is what. At a private hospital, Hassan showed a small physical response. A nurse noticed movement in his finger and called the doctor. Amir is allowed inside again. The doctor explained that the move may be automatic but it is still better than complete silence. Amir speaks to Hassan asking to squeeze his hand. For survival movement, nothing happened at Hassan's finger. May weakly Amir called the doctor believing Hassan dare him. The doctor said they need more tested. Even refused to lose hope. Hassan is still fighting. Until to now, hospital employee photograph Hassan medical chart and send it to user. The star showing this plane actively improving. User relief Hassan may also sooner than expected. He has no time to wait from Galib's plan. He decided to act alone. User stand up voice message from Hassan.All number to Amir. The message claimed hacker protected a recording from the file and later it into a locker near the football training ground. It warned Amir to come alone because Amir cannot be trusted. Users accept Amir's anger and curiosity to overcome questions. Amir received the message while speaking with Naz about finding the nurse. His first instinct is to leave immediately. Then he remembered the cliff, the hidden payment, and every warning from his friend. He studied the message Hassan's phone should be in police evidence, and Hassan really witnessed in his formal style, insisting of feeding the message. Amir showed it to Mar, Sadhu, Nas, and Rami. The simple act proof has been begun changing the complete detail. Mar noticed surprise Hassan never used. Hassan to message may be designed to displace Amir from the hospital. Rami asked him technical team to trace it. Sadhu suggested protected the trap work. Amir can do the location with hidden spot. Rami want the Galib may accept it. Nas said they need to understand what the enemy want. If the purpose is only to kill Amir, the location will be prepared differently. That if they want the document, Amir replied that Yuzi maybe now gave him the paper. Rami say Galib say her Camille building, so they probably assume she has something. The false marriage may be an attempt to capture Amir and take him from the document. Naz refused to allow Amir to go. Amir said ignoring the message will only cause user to create another plan. This time, however, he cannot deserve, announced that he will handle it alone. He asked the question to prepare together this creative plan. Amir will travel toward the training ground and remain connected the connections device. Mert and Shadow will approach from difficult directions. Rami's security team will teach the record without moving closer enough to frighten the enemy. Naz will remain at the hospital with the original documents in care everywhere. Sibo will check the lock area before Amir enters. Naz tells Amir this plan is still dangerous. He says he now the difficult is he is no longer protecting danger affect only him. He asks Peter she is trust him. Naz says she trusts the person he is trying to become but he does not trust the anger still inside it. Amir escaped the answer before leaving. Amir visits Hassan one more time. He tells him that Tuesday has been another move. Amir promised he will not repeat Hassan's mistake by acting from secret anger. He will return Hassan's hand remains still, but the machine continues their steady rhythm. The training around is empty when Amir arrives. Wind mine across the field. The bright stadium lights are off. Leaving one small secretly lamp near the building, Amir walked toward the locker area while Mer, Sadhu and Ibo took their positions inside the locker. Amir found a phone, it began playing a recorder of saving voice. For 1 second, Amir believed the message may be real. Hassan is sorry and tell Yusuf his money. Then the recording cuts dully. Another voice tells Amir to place a document inside the local if he wants to complete confession. Amir Lee's Hassan's voice was taken from an initial conversation and edited. The empty has spaces of real audio. This means someone recording Hassan because they failed. Amir asks where the full recording is. The voice says instruction will follow. Mars says movement near the building and warn Amir. Two masked men approach from the side. Sadhu notice another vehicle enter the road. The trap is larger than expected. Amir orders security team to move. But their vehicle finds the road blocked by a stage accident. The marksman enters the local area. Amir hides behind a wall and waits. He will attack immediately, but he wants information. One man speaks into his phone, reporting the Amir arrived it down in the document. The person on the end ordered him to take him, evoke a destruction by cutting power to the building. Darkness covered the area. Amir moved toward the rear axis while Mert and Sadhu entered. A fight began. The masked men again, but the friend now the building and communicated through their earpieces. They refused to separate. User wanted through a report camera, frustrated that Amir did not come alone. His plane is failing because Amir trusted his friend. User ordered the man to leave before ramming team reproaching him. One attacked now a smoke device and escaped through the vehicle. The other is catched by Sadhu and Mert. Amir removes the man's mask but does not recognize him. He also hired him. The man remains silent. Amir anger rises for a moment. He prepared to hit him again. Then he stopped. Violence will not produce reliable trust. He takes the tracker phone insists. The device contained a recent call to an unregistered number. Amir team arrived and began tracing him. The number contact to a temporary system, but one location signal appeared near Yuzi's private apartment. It is not enough for legal proof, yet the group understands who created the trap. Amir called Yuzi directly. Yuzi answer will fall surprise. Amir said the plan failed. Yuzi denied knowing what he meant. Amir tell him Hassan is alive and will make soon. Silence follow Amir here because Yuzi control his voice. Amir said he found the payment record and the footage of their meeting. User claimed Hassan asked him for help. Amir replied that Hassan will another everything him. He wants User not to approach the hospital nurse or anyone in Ziankar. User laughed and asked whether Amir not believe he is powerful. Amir said power is not the point. The trust is moving toward User and not amount of money. Can every person know it? He ended the call without treating violence. The claim response frightened User more than shooting would have. The captured attacker is handing is Sarvati officer tracing ramming legal contact. Amir dislike depending on Amir network, but he understands the need of careful action. The attacker may speak when he leaves. User cannot protect him. Has then begun to repair over Istanbul. Amir and his friend returned to the hospital. The city looks softer in the earlier light, but none of them being peaceful. They survive the trap, copy part of the club evidence and keep the documents safe. Hassan is alive, Malik survived surgery, and Nas has begun uncovering the truth about her identity. This is a small victory surrounded by larger danger. Nas waits at the hospital entrance. When Amir approaching, she sees a cut near each eyebrow. She asks whether the plan went wrong. Amir said it went differently than expected, but everyone returned alive. Nas feels relief. He wants them promise. Amir tells him the false recording proof User has access to Hassan's private world. Hassan may be recorded and controlling for longer than they understood. Nas says he threatened to need to find the nurse and original sister. The secrets stay connected. Amir said Nas where she still wants to continue beside him despite the possibility of a blood connection. Nas says she does not know what their future can be. But she knows she will not face the trust alone. They agree not to make emotional decisions until they have fact. The difference remains between them, but it may also build from honesty rather than silence. They stand close without touching, watching the movement light enter the hospital window. Both understand that the next stress may spare them forever, expose a completely difficult lie. Inside Hassan's room, the monitor changes. A nurse calls the doctor. Hassan's eyes will beneath his close-lipped. Hassan and the other rush toward the glass. The doctor asked them to remain outside when examining the patient. Hassan slowly opened his eyes. The room appeared unclear. He cannot break people about of the breathing tube, but fear entered his face. The doctor asked him to remain calm. Hassan tried to lift his hand and point toward the door. Amir is lying inside for a moment. Hassan looked at him with panic and attempt to form a word. Amir looked closer. The sound is weak, but he understood one name, Bahram. Amir freezed. He expected Yuse Galip or perhaps Rami. He did not accept Bahram. Hassan closed his eyes again before explaining. The doctor moved Amir away, saying Hassan need rest. Amir left the room crying. Another unanswerable question. Why did Hassan say Bahram's name? Why Bahram involved? Why the break sabotage? The hidden click and someone else accidentally. Still Hassan will want to trust Bahram or fear him. One word has opened several new paths at the same moment Varens received instruction for his meeting with Galip. He must before Amir before sunset. Galip said the document and Hassan cinematic and not remain outside their control. Bahram looked toward the door unaware that Hassan has already spoken his name. Zara prepared to tell Amir that the old trust Naz and Diru began searching for the nurse. Malik showed that the first sign of waking. Camille remained missing after Galliman entered the sabotage building. Uze developed evidence while secretly planning against his father. Remy continued helping Amir, but his true reason remained unclear. Every person moved toward the same secret from a difficult direction. The night ended without taking Hassan or Malik, yet survival has no returned life to normal. Hassan felt exposed the weakness inside the friendship. Malik attack received the cost of entering the wealthy world. She won discerned and discovered that her identity may have been trained by people she trusted. Amir learned that control began with sharing information instead of every burden alone. Istanbul rises around them as though nothing happened. Shop or buses filled. Children prepare for school, worker enter building. The city does not recognize that survival live alone forever during the night. It continues moving because city do not stop for individual pain. Amir watches the morning from the hospital window. He understands that Hassan's survival is not the end of the crisis. It is the beginning of the trust. His brother must answer for the sabotage, but Amir must also protect him from the people who use his anger. Bahram may now stand between them like another dog. For the first time, Amir does not immediately toward the door. He called Mar, Sadu and Nas. He told him that Hassan's side. They will investigate together. No secret meeting, no lonely search and no under control attack. Amir has finally understood that the enemy's greatest weapon is isolation. Gali built his power by separating people from one another. Hassan was separated from his friend by shame. Yusuf was separated from love by his father pressure. Fari and Zahra were separated from trust by fears. Bahram was separated from courage by the belief that silence protected his family. Naz was separated from identity by a carefully designed lie. Amir's answer will be connection. He will bring the piece together even when the complicated picture case pain. Friendship may not save everyone, but clearly has already proven that it can destroy them. The sun kablim after over Istanbul. In the world above, Gali prepared another agreement. In the world below, the people of this younger began breaking to rubber about Hassan. Between the six walls stand Amir holding a copy video false record. Mysterious message and one spoken by the wanted brother Bahram. The name will lead Amir toward the next stage of the battle. The time will not wake into it alone. Altı, Üstü, İstanbul. The name Hassan whispered. Morning entered the hospital slowly, but it brought no peace with it. The pale sunlight passed through the side glass window and fell across the empty chair, cool floor, and tired face into the waiting area. Nurse moved between room. Doctor, study reporter, and the visitor spoke in low voices. Everyone appeared climbed from the outside. A tiny field at his interior building was holding it beneath. Hassan had finally opened his eyes, but he condemned to say only one word before using consequence against Bahram. The name staying inside Amir's mind like a warning bell that would not stop ringing. Amir stood outside Hassan's room in mud. Sadu and the nurse, none of them were the main meat. Hassan could have been asking for Bahram. He could have been excusing him. He could have been trying to warn Amir about him. One word could many meanings, especially when it comes from a man who was injured, frightened, and unable to explain himself. Amir now it, but the certainly did not climb him. Every secret in his life now seemed to lead towards someone be trusted. Bahram has also always been part of the world. Amir understood he was not perfect. He could be here, impatient and proud. He often spoke as if young people created by their one problem by refusing to listen, yet his was still family. He has shared a meal with them, defending them during neighborhood disputes, and stood between Zahra through a difficult air. Amir had never imagined that Bahra should be connected to the Hassan saboteur Gali Bidan agreement or this strange record connected to Nas. Murray told Amir they should not reach the conclusions without evidence. He reminded him that Hassan was barely consequent. The brain injury could affect his world. Perhaps Behram's name comes from an older memory that has been nothing to the current danger. Naz looked down at the old clinic document in her hand. Behram's come did not appear clearly in the page they had found, but the Kankaya family was mentioned several times. Ghalib, Zahra, Faria and Kamal was connected through the hidden child, and the false record Behram has lived beside all of them. It was decided too difficult to believe when he knew nothing. Amir looked down his phone and prepared to call him. Naz stopped him. She sighed. They needed to decide when they wanted from the conversation. If Amir called in anger and asked whether Behram was involved, Behram denied everything and warned Ghalib. If Behram was innocent, that the conclusion damaged the family. If he was guilty, the call would give him time to hide evidence. Amir hated the idea of waiting. Waiting has holding allowed too many lies to survive. Still, he now Naz was right for once. He did not was his first reaction to become the enemy advantage. Mar suggested watching Behram before confronting him. If Hassan's name has threatened Behram, his action might reveal more than his word. Sadhu offered to return Yankar and keep an eye on the house. Amir told him not to go alone. They had promised to stop separating. Sadhu gave a tired smile and sighed. He was only going to the neighborhood, not evening and enemy building. Even so, Mert agreed to join him. The two friends would search Behram while Amir stayed with Hassan, and Naz continued searching for the nurse connected to the old clinic. Naz asked with her Amir when he trusted her to follow the identity. Mysterious without him, the questions carry more than the practical meanings in learning that they might be relative. An invisible distance has formed between them. Later wanted to speak openly about their feeling become every possible future now depending on a medical record hidden somewhere in the city. Amir said he trusts her, but he wanted her to remain carefully. Ghalib mind has already followed her once. Naz promised she would stay with Duru and Alina. She reminded Amir that he cannot trust without mean controlling every step she took. Amir accepted the correction. He knew she was right. Protection someone could easily become another excuse for deciding on the person's behalf. The adult around them has been protection as a reason to hide the trust for air. Amir did not want to repeat then the same mistake. Before they separated, the doctor came from Hassan's room. He explained that Hassan believed awakening has a possible side, but its condition remained serious. He needed rest. His memory and movement would have to be serious. Solely stress could increase the pressure in his mind. Amir asked whether Hassan what it was saving when he speaks Behram's name. The doctor could not answer. He sighed. Hassan might have been reacting to a recent memory and old memory, fear or confession. They could only know more when he became fully suspicious. Amir looked toward the glass. Ehla safe under a white blanket surrounded by machines. His face was still badly injured. Amir remembered the person who was thrown at the cliff, confessing with tears in his eyes that Hassan had seemed ready to disappear when he secret. The man in the hospital bed was survived, that the survival has trapped inside the trust he had tried to escape. Amir quietly promised that when Hassan woke again, he would not shock, he listened, he would damage responsibility, but he would also allow to explain the complete story across the city. Behram has already prepared to meet Ghalib. He stood in the background, button a clear shirt, while Zara watching from the doorway. He had told her he needed to visit an old friend. She did not believe him. His hand moved too quickly and he checked his phone every few seconds. Behram has been to his hair repair on his life. Zara asked where he was really gone. Behram repeated the lie. She walked into the room and closed the door. She sighed. Hassan had survived. Amir was more alarmed. Why Hassan speak Behram's name? There was no point in protecting the past. Could remain hidden. Behram turned toward her sharply. He asked where she now that Hassan had sighed. Behram turned toward her sharply. He asked now she that he answered that the Amir has called for a few minutes earlier. He did not assume Behram, but he wanted to know whether Hassan had spoken to him privately. Zara had told Amir she was not sure. Behram became angry that she had not warned him immediately. Then he understood what anger revealed. Zara's face changed. She knew Hassan at same minute something to him. She asked what Zahra had done. She sighed. He had not damaged the brake and had not told Hassan to do it. Zahra replied that he had not asked about the brake. His answer showed exactly where his mind had gone. Behram sat at on the edge of the bed. The air of fear seemed to age him in a few seconds. He sighed, hastened to calm him week earlier. The young man has been angry, scam, or disappeared for money. He had learned part of the trust about the old clinic and believed Amir's family has been received something that they should have believed to him. Altı, Üstü, Istanbul, the city that gives dream and take them away. Istanbul looked difficult from a distance. Its light shine across the water. Its streets seemed full of life, and its great building appeared to promise success of anyone brave enter to them. Tourists see the bridge and the board and the old mosque, the expensive restaurant and the crowded shopping area. They take picture and remember the city as a place where history and modern life stand beside each other. Yet there is another Istanbul hidden behind the bright picture. It exists in narrow streets where family court every coin. Young people wait for the opportunity that may never arrive, and one had decision, one destroy air of hope. Altı, Üstü, Istanbul began in the second city. It is not simply a story about attractive view or excited nightlife. It is a story about people living under the weight of Istanbul while trying to rise over the plate that keep them down. The city gives their dream, but it also demands a painful price for every step that they toward this dream. At the heart of the story is Amir, and a young man from Zankar, a working class neighborhood that has been ignored of the richer part of the city. Amir grew up with friends who understand that the same street, the same financial pressure, and the same feeling of being invisible. Their home may be small, but their hopes are not. They want security, respect, love, and the freedom to make their own choices. They do not want to spend their life watching wealth in front of them while they remain trapped in the same places. However, wanting a difficult future is much easier than creating one. Istanbul does not open its doors simply because someone has a great heart or a dream wrong. The city tests people, it places money in front of them, surrounded them with powerful figure, and wait to see that they are ready to sacrifice. Amir and his friends see learn that success is never offered without a hidden cost. This series was developed as an NTC media protection for ATV. Mark directed the project while Yekta Taran and Hilal Yedif are creators as its writer. Rahim Khan Kapkar lead the younger side of the cast as Amy alongside a large group that includes Fian Damer, Nahir Aldogan, Ilsing Zara, Amir, Yusra Gavik, Sasair Tananer, and similar emerging performance. The official introduction described the central conflict as a struggle shaped by dream, power, money, friendship, and betrayal. Yet this is what only explained that surface of the drama. Underneath that lies has a deeper question. What happened when young people are thought to be honest but discovered that the dishonest people appear to control everything? That the question gives the series its emotional strength and makes Yankar more than a simple location. The name Yankar immediately creates a feeling of loss. It sounds like a place where damage like already happened and where people are expected to carry the result. The neighborhood is filled with life that they could have developed differently if the city have been more challenge changes. Some resistant accept their situation, others continue fighting. A few decide that rules are only careful for people who already have power. This creates a dangerous environment from Amir and his friends. They are surrounded by love and loyalty, but they are also close to anger, criminal plan, or secret, and people who know how to desperation. Yankar protect his one, yet it also can trap them. Everyone now, everyone else history, every family carries memories, every argument may have wrong going back many years. A young person cannot make a choice without the choice touching parents, sibling, friend and neighbor. This is why Amit jealousy matter. He is not only trying to change his personal life, whether he understands it or not, he cries the expectation of many people around him. When he succeeds, the neighborhood can look at him and believe that accept is possible. When he fails, his failure becomes proof that no can truly live. This pressure can even a strong person act thinking. Amir wants to protect the people he loves, but he also wants to prove that he is more than a limit placed around him. Pride, love, anger, and responsibility are pulled him in difficult directions. The problem is not the Amir lack courage. The problem is that courage without clear information can lead a person directly into the trap. He often moves first and think about the consequence later because waiting feels like weakness in the world he now Amir friend from the emotional foundation of his life. Hassan, Sadhu and Mark are not simply companions who appear when the story needs a lighter moment. They represent different sides of reality. Their friendship was built before money, romance, dangers, and adult responsibility entered their life. They remember who were they are children when the street feel like a playground and tomorrow do not appear so written. In this is earlier era, friendship was simple. They share food, shock, joke, secret, and the plan. As adult, every one of this is simple connection become harder to protect. One friend may hide pain, another may have a choice that place anyone in danger. One may feel forgotten when another receive attention. The bond remain real. But real bond can still break when people stop speaking honesty. Hassan story proves his point is the most painful way. For a long time, anger grew inside him without Amir fully understanding how deeper than anger has become. He recently rarely remain together forever. It changes the way of a person see every conversation. A harmless comment began to sound like an assault. Another person's success feel like a personal attack. All disappointment become evident that has no one care awake. Hassan carries emotional wound while continue to store near the people connected to them. From the outside, he is still part of the group. Inside, he is moving further away. The tragedy is not only that Hassan become angry, it is that the person closer to him failed to understand his condition because the damage grew behind control. By the time the trust appear, world are no longer enough to repair what had been broken. The official review episode 7 focused on Amir's realization that he failed to see his brother hurt and the anger Hassan has been building for years. He does not Amir is responsible for every choice his Hassan made. Hassan remains responsible for his action. Still, Amir guilt will not follow such a simple rule. People often blame themselves after tragedy, even when they did not case it alone. They reply all conversation and search for signs they miss. They imagine one difficult sentence, one longer meeting, or one moment of passion that every have changing everything. Amir is likely to ask himself why he does not see Hassan's pain. He may wonder whether he was focused on his one problem to notice what was happening inside him. The emotional punishment may become more painful than any treatment coming from his enemy. Before reaching the point of view, Amir and the other has already entered a world where small choices carry serious consequences. The young man began with ordinary dreams. None of them woke up wanting to destroy their relationship or place their family in dangerous. Trouble enters step by step. This is one of the most valuable part of this series. Most important people do not suddenly decide to run their lives. They accept one risky offer because they need money. They hide one fact because they trust seen too much. They help one powerful person because refusing feel danger. Then they make dangerous decision to protect the first one. Soon they are surrounded by lies and turning back appear more fighting than moving forward. Altı, Üstü, show this slow movement from innocent to a moral confession. Money play an important role, but this series does not present money as a simple evil object. Poverty can damage people too. A person without money may lose housing, education, safety, or medical care. He may want someone he loves suffer because he does not provide help. Under this condition, telling him that money does not matter sound cruel. Amir and his friend understand the real power of wealth because they live without it. They see that the rich people can hide mistake, bear silence, and recover from enemy that will destroy our poor family. They decided for money is connected to the dignity as much as comfort. They do not only want expensive car or clothing, they want to stop feeling powerless. The danger began when they believe power can only be gained by copying. The same people who have treated him as unimportant. Istanbul contestively show them what do not process this in one part of the city. A family may wrong about the price of wood. A short drive away, another family may spend the same amount on this simple evening. This is world beside each other but really understand one another. The building and look at the power and call them careless while never seeing the limited closest choices placed before them. The poor can look at the wealthy and believe every rich person gains success through corruption. Both groups are incomplete, but the distance becomes the group encourage anger. Altı, Üstü uses the distance to build conflict. Amir and his friend do not live outside their world. They can see it. They may work inside it, they travel through it, or fall in love when people connected to it. They are close enough to touch its surface but not close enough to feel suspected. This feeling of being mere succeed without owing in create anger. Emotional anger can be more dangerous than physical anger because it has no clear ending. A person who wants respect may never feel he has received enough. A person who wants revenge may continue even after his enemy has suffered. Someone who wants to prove his worth may destroy himself trying to impress people who will never care. Amir stands in the middle of this pressure. He wants to protect his identity while entering spaces that judge him from his background. He may tell himself that he can use powerful people without becoming like him. Yet power people relationship when one side control money, information or physical force equality become difficult. Amir must not leave how to survive powerful enemy but also how to recognize when his one desire for control began changing him. Guys represent a more experienced form of power. He understands how fear, loyalty, and personal weakness can be turned into toll. People like Gallips really need to use force in every situation. They create a system in which other farm one another of them. They make an offer to one person, share a secret with anyone, and place doubt into a third. They wait, but the time violence begun. Their one hand may appear clean. Ghalib dangers come from his ability to see what people want. He can recognize pride in the young man, fear in the father, disappointment in a friend, or guilt in someone who believes he deserves more. He does not create every weakness, but he knows how to use the weakness that already exists. Bayram connection with Ghalib add another layer of the conflict. Bayram is forced to decide whether he stand at the danger grow. His position show how other folder in the neighborhood can also become trapped. Adult can tell people to make choices, but adult has one victory of the compromise. Some may have accepted harmful agreement to protect their family. Others may have remained silent because speaking would expose or mistake. While Bayram entered a new agreement with Ghalib, his result is unlikely to be limited to the old two men. In a closely connected neighborhood, every argument moves through families like smoke. People may not immediately see the fire, but they begin long before they understand where it started. Episode 7 information confirmed that Bayram and Ghalib's new deal will begin a series of events capable of changing the balance, coming the character. The same previews say Amir will face a new test because of user next move. This suggested that this series is winning its conflict. Hassan Fail is not an ending that allows everyone to stop and grieve. While Amir is emotionally weak, other players continue making play. This is after how power work. A rebel does not wait for someone to recover. He sees pain as an opportunity. Amir may believe his most important task in discovering that the truth about Hassan, but the search itself can be used to control him. A person who needs answer become easy to guide. Give him one clue and he may willingly toward danger. Usually appear to be facing a difficult struggle. He watches the friendship around Amir become stronger during a moment of crisis. Alina and Dura remain beside the young man while Sadhu and Mart help stop Amir from moving toward another disaster. Users say this unity and effort to fake his one loneliness. Loneliness can produce two opposite reaction. It can make someone understand the value of honest relationship, or it can make him want to destroy the relationship he cannot possess. User next choice will show which direction he take. If he accepts responsibility of his isolation, he may still change. If he blames Amir and the group, he may become more dangerous. The difficult difference between Amir and the user may not be one is completely good and the other completely bad. The difficult may come from the way they respond to pain. Amir often returns pain into action. He can run problem even when doing so is foolish. User may turn pain into calculation. He waits, watches, and searching for the point when another person is weakened. Bout matter can cause harm. Quick action create mistake, while cool planning create distance from human feeling. This series more interesting when it allows character to have understanding emotion even when their behavior is wrong. A villain who wants nothing except easy to forget. A timid person who makes terrible choices still while showing of unity. A stronger conflict. Murder Shadow carrying an important responsibility after Hassan failed. The official episode 7 disruption said that pull Amir back from the edge of danger. This movement can be understood in more than one way. They may physically stop him, risking his life, but they may try to protect him from educational destruction. Amir may be ready to listen. Grief often feel like interference. When a person is full of guilt, finding tell him to rest can sound as if they do not understand. When they ask him to wait for fact, he may believe they are standing between them and the trust. Mart and Sadhu therefore face a difficult form of loyalty. They must support Amir without following him into every reckless act. True relationship does not mean agreeing with everything a friend does. Something loyalty means saying no. It means telling away the car, keep blocking the door, calling for help, or speaking a painful trust. This is especially hard in a group where courage is highly valued. No one wants to look weak. No one wants to be accused of abandoning a brother. Yet following someone together destruction is not loyalty. Hassan's story should teach Mud and Sadhu that silence can become dangerous. If they see Amir losing control, they cannot simply wait and hope it will recover. They must wreak his anger to keep him alive. The partnership will be tested not only by enemies but the Amir himself. Nas become essential during this period. She sees Amir under the weight of shock, regret and helplessness. According to the episode 7 preview, she make a difficult choice to keep him standing. Her closeness with Amir also grew while the distance between Amir and Malik become greater. This creates emotional tension between support given during grief can easily turn into deep attachment. When someone remains beside us at a lower point, we feel connected to the person in a way that is difficult to explain. However, relationships formed during crisis can also become confusing. If Amir moving closer to Naz because he truly understands his feeling or because she is represent everything else is feeling apart, is Naz acting only from care or she is hoping that Amir will finally see her differently? Naz's difficult decision may protect Amir, but it may also place her in danger. Supporting someone like Amir is not a quiet task. He is surrounded by secret enemy and emotional explosion. Anyone close to him become part of the conflict. Naz may believe she can help him search for answer, but the people at this answer will notice her. She may also discover information that changing the way she sees her own family or the people she trusts. The official description says Naz will be crushed by the trust and will find herself in a place she never expected. This warning suggests that her role is becoming larger. She is not simply standing beside Amir as a romantic possibility. She is moving toward the center of the mysterious Malik situation, bringing another emotional weight to the story. Episode 6 left her fighting for her life after being stabbed, an event that shocked the neighborhood and set fear through the family around her. Her suffering is not only as a dramatic event designed to shock viewers, it shows how violence spread beyond its first target. One attack changing the life of parent, friend, partner and neighbor. People waiting outside a hospital room began to question every earlier choices. Some blame themselves, others search for someone to punish. All disagreements suddenly look meaningless, but new anger began growing at the same time. Even if Malik survived, the emotional result of the attack will remain. The growing distance between Amir and Malik may come from many things. Pain can begin together, but it can also expose difficult that were easier to ignore before. Amir may obsess with Hassan fact and the suddenly irritated. Malik may need safety, honesty and climb at the time, but Amir can offer none of this. She may look at this life and the endless part of danger. Amir meanwhile may feel that stepping away from the fight will mean betray Hassan. Both people may still deeply, but caring does not always create a healthy relationship. Sometimes two people love each other but need opposite things in order to survive. Naz growing closeness to Amir will begin this distance more painful. The story will avoid turning the situation into the simple fight between two men over one man. Naz and Malik each has their own fact value and the decision. Their importance should not depend only in Amir. Malik recovery action, anger and future choices deserves place. Naz's connection to the hidden trust also give her an independence role. If the waiting continue development them has full character, the emotional trigger can become a way of exposing trust rather than only jealousy. The main question should not be which woman Amir choices. The stronger question is whether Amir is emotionally capable of choosing anymore. He remains controlling by guilt and you want Alina and Duru also show a difficult kind of loyalty. The episode 7 material said that refused to leave the young man alone during the crisis. Their presence matter because the anchor problem affect anyone, not just the center group of male friend. Women in neighborhood like an order expected to carry emotional burden while men make dangerous decisions. They climb family member, protect children, keep secret and require them created by conflict they did not begin. Yet they may receive total power over the choices that shape their life. Alina and Dura standing beside the group can be read as sport, but it can also be lead them to damage honesty. Caring for someone does not require accepting every lie he tells. Duru and Alina may become the people able to see challenging that the young mislead. Marin's side often communicated through anger. They may fight instead of admitting they are hurt. They may leave a room inside of explaining what they need. Sometimes watching carefully can notice the trust need that the performance. The woman around Amir group can understand when a joke is covering panic, when silence is hidden guilt, or when sudden confidence is exactly disappearing. Their conversation may become important as the mystery deepens. Facts do not always come from secret document or dramatic confessions. Sometimes trust is discovered through small changing in behavior. Fire stand near another collection of secrets. Episode 6 asks question about information she might reveal, and the episode 7 disruptions say an unexpected visitor will place her in a difficult position. A visitor arrived by changing can change the direct decision of a family drama. The people may know someone about the past that they have hidden, or the visitor may simply get Faria to react in a way that exposes her fear. A story built around long-held secret. A person who now they trust often believes silence in protection. Faria may have hidden information because she wanted to keep someone safe, yet protection based on lie becomes weaker with time. Eventually, the hidden trust in the more directive form parents and the old relative in the series carrying the result of earlier choices. Young characters believe the conflict began with them, but family history often belonged before they was born. A friendship become father, a hidden relationship has inspired deep and old crime, or a child true identity can shape the present without the younger generation understanding why. This creates a pattern painful. Adults keep secret to stop children from suffering. The children grow up inside a false story and make decisions based on incomplete information. When the trust fully disappears, they more because they are trust in the people who raise them. Faria may soon face this exact problem. Amir's search for trust is understandable, but the episode 7 preview warned that his attempt to find answer alone will lead him into a major trap. This is important because Amir repeatedly tracked isolation as the strength. He may listen to his friend, but when the pressure becomes personal, he wants to handle the situation himself. He believes he is protected others by leaving him behind. In reality, a become leader to manipulate. A group can compile information and notice contradictions. A person working alone only see when the army allow him to see. Amir need to act quickly will be used against him unless he learn to trust the people standing beside him. Rami's sport may give Amir that the confidence to move forward. The episode 7 description say Amir prepared to take action with Rani help when they began losing hope. Rami rule should be wanted carefully. Help can be honest, but it can also come with condition. Amir is emotionally vulnerable and she accepts support without asking enough questions. Who benefit from the action Rami encouraged, but information is being withheld. Does Rami want justice, want control, or someone more personal? This is question do not prove that Rami is untrustworthy. They simply show that Amir cannot affect behind factor after everything that has happened. This series has reaching a point where every relationship contains two stories. This is a story of characters that each other. And this is a story hidden underneath. Hassan appeared to be a loyal friend and brother, but disagreement below the surface. Galib make agreement that may appear useful, yet every disagreement carried a difficult purpose. Fari offer protection by carrying secret. Nas gives support but may be moving toward information that will hurt her. Amir sees justice that may also be feeding his need for everyone. This is double meaning. Give the drama is suspend. Viewers are not only waiting to see what happens, they are trying to understand why each person is doing it. Episode 6 changed the emotional direction of the series. Melly Trebing created fear, but Hassan confession created a deeper kind of shock. The trust about the breaks portrait come into the open, and Hassan admit his responsibility instead of surrounding faces the insult. They feel himself from the grief. Leaving Amir and the other is reliability and certainly and pain the scene better because confession does not bring relief. In many stories, the trust solves the mysterious and allowing hidden to begin there. The trust create another world. Amir receive an answer, but the answer destroys his image of someone close to him. Hassan's decision does not remove his responsibility. He may explain his action, but explanation is not the same as excuse. The break sabotage could have killed people. He secretly placed others in danger, and his final act forces a friend to carry unanswerable questions. At the same time, reducing Hassan to a villain would ignore the emotional warning inside his story. Pain this is hidden from air. She can change a person. Shame can make confession feel impossible. A person may continue making choices because they admit the first mistake will destroy the identity he has built. Hassan becomes tragic because he is both responsible and wounded. Viewer can feel anger toward him while also feeling sorrow. Amir now has to live with two versions of Hassan. One is the person he loved, trusted and remembered from earlier days. The other is the person who admits sabotage and cried air of anger. Grief becomes complicated when the lost person can serious harm. He cannot simply remember Hassan as innocent, but he cannot erase their history. They may feel love in one moment and hatred in the next. He may want Hassan to be alive so he can give him the want him alive so he can demand an explanation. This is mixed emotion analysis. Human relationship do not become simply become tragedy has occurred. The question of whether Hassan survive is naturally important. But the larger concern concerns the result of his fail. Even if he is found alive, nothing can return to the way it was. Now they trust the group knowing that the Hassan anger existed beneath air of relationship. Trust has already been damaged. If Hassan survives, he must face the people he hurt and the reason behind our choices. If it does not survive, this is people must be answered from fragment. Ether direction gives the story strong emotional material. The weaker choices will be protecting that a dramatic issue remove the more consequent. The mysterious surrounded that the sabotage may can also be larger than Hassan confession. A confession can be true while still being incomplete. Hassan may have carried out the fact, but did not someone encourage him? Did any one person use his resistance when he was tried to harm a specific target? Or was this situation difficult for what Amir believed? Ghalib's interest in discovering the full truth suggested that more information remained hidden. Amir must accept the first explanation simple. He displayed need certainly when several powerful people are involved. The more visceral trust is often only the beginning. Ghalib may want the full story for listen that there nothing to be justice. Information is the form of currency. A secret can be tracked, used for blackmail or release at the exact moment if will cause the greatest damage. If Ghalib discovers who planned the sabotage, he can control the person. He can also shape the story told to the neighborhood. People often believe the first confident version they fear, especially when fear is high. Ghalib may therefore try to become the person who explains what happened. Once he controls the explanation, or he can choose his hero's enemy and the victim according to his warning. A greater challenge is learning that the difficult between trust and the useful story. A story full useful than the exactly what they want to hear. It gives him one clear enemy and one clear action. Trust is usually more difficult. It may reveal that several people made mistake. It may show that someone he loved caused harm. It may relieve him to accept his one failure. Powerful people that angry young man become simply answer. They can point Amir toward a target and let his anger do the rest. To survive, Amir must slow down when every part of him wants to move faster. Naz may become the person who forces him to slow down. Her sport can give her an emotional reason to remain connected to love insists of the disappear into Ivan, yet the trust he learned may also place them on opposite sides. If her family is connected to the hidden event, she may have to choices between protection relative and helping Amir. The kind of choices is more interesting than a basic romantic misunderstanding because neither path is painlessness. Telling Amir the trust will destroy her family. Hiding it could destroy his trust. Naz may try to delay the decision, but delay itself becomes a decision when someone is waking toward danger. Malik may view the situation differently. After fighting for her life, she may have little appreciation for Amir's risky search. She has directly experienced the cause of the violence, while Amir sees answerable question. Malik may see another hospital room waiting at the end of his part. His distance from him could grow because she understands that love can know someone who keeps choices danger. This would be make her cold. It would self-respect. People around likeless heroes are often expected to wait, forgive and worry forever. Malik may decide she wants her life not controlled by Amir better. The emotional conflict among Amir, Naz and Malik should therefore be treated as a conflict about the future. Amir's relationship with Malik connect him to be a part of life that may still normal pieces. His closeness with Naz development during his movement toward trust and danger when relationship may remind him of what he could lose. while the other become connected to what he feel he must discover. This does not mean either want woman responsible. Only one idea about should remain complex. Still, Amir choices between safety and obsession may appear subtle. The way he treats them, Sadhu and Mark are usually likely to question how far they should follow him. After stopping him from Amir from reaching the edge of the danger, they cannot assume the crisis is finished. Amir may thank him one day and reject them the next. The waiting for him may also pull them inside. They face a question difficult. Do they help him investigate so they can control the risk? Or do they refuse and allow him to go alone? Neither option is safe. The strongest answer may be to help by setting clear limits, but young men under pressure rarely speak in such careful language. Their disagreement may become loud and personal. Hassan's hidden anger will make every member of the group would everyone has remained unsight. Sadhu may questions with her, Mark secretly blame him for something. Mark may begin looking at all joke differently. Amir may stop trusting ordinary silence. This is one of the effects of betrayal. It does not only damage trust in the person who lied. It make every old problems begin. Relationship look uncertain. The friend may begin testing one another, asking indirect questions and reacting too strongly to small secrets. The unity during the search from Hassan may hide growing beneath the surface. The women around him may notice this change first. Lina and Ruru can provide support, but they can also become frustrated by the group refusal to communicate clearly. Nas may give information because she fears Amir's reaction. Malik may step back uncertainly. Farah may continue protected all secret. In this way, silence can spread from one relationship into the entire neighborhood. Everyone may believe they are hiding someone from a good reason. Together, this is hidden create the condition Galib need. A person who control people who are afraid of exposure. Junker itself become more fragile as this is even continue. A neighborhood can survive poverty when citizens trust one another. They share food, watch each other children, collect money during emergency and the defect problems facing trouble. But when trust disappears, poverty become more dangerous. People stop asking for help. Rama replace fake family choices. A criminal figure gain influence by offering protection that the community no longer provide. Gali power may grow because the neighborhood is divided. Every argument become Amir and his secret. Every family secret. And every fact of revenge creates more space for him. This is why the battle of Zanker is not only physical, it is a battle over meaning. It is a neighborhood, a place that produces failure, or a place where people can still protect one another. Are it young people decide to become tall for powerful men? Or can they create their one failure? Amir Choisi will help answer these questions. He may think he is only searching for Hassan or fighting one enemy, but the younger people around him are watching. They will learn from the way he handles pain if he responds with uncontrolled violence. He teaches us that the uncontrolled that the violence is the only language power will understand. If you find another part, him a person changing more than his personal fact. Finding another part does not mean become passive. Amir cannot simply forgive everyone and pretend the danger is gone. Justice requires action. The challenging is Lucy's action that does not repeat the same cruelty he opposes. He must gather evidence, protect weakness, listen to people he does not fully trust, and accept that some answer with hurt. This kind of courage is less dramatic than running into a fire, but it is harder. Physical bravery less for the movement. Moral bravery must continue even when anger offers initial choices. This series can use army development to question traditional idea about strength. In his environment, strength may never showing fear, never stepping back and answering every insult. Yet Hassan's story shows the danger of emotional silence. A man who cannot admit hurt may turn that hurt into destruction. Amir must learn that speaking honestly is not only weakness. Asking friends for help is not weakness. Grieving is not weakness. Refusing to enter an obvious trap is not cowardice. If he returns, this is lesson. Hassan's tragedy may at least changing him. If he refuses, he may repeat the same pattern in another form. Na's rule in keeping Amir standing may become the first step in his change. She can offer him a space where he does not need to perform certain. However, Nas must become irresponsible for repairing him alone. No relationship can survive when one person becomes the other only reason to leave. Amir needs his friend, family, community, and his one decision to continue. Nas can support the decision but also cannot make it for him. The difficult choices mentioned in the preview may involve sacrifice her safety or reputation. Amir should understand the consequences of treating her sport has something he automatically deserves. Using loneliness create the opposite picture while Amir is surrounded by people trying to save him. User watching him from outside the side forces him to recognize when he lacks. He may assist through power plan or useful connection. But this is thing do not create genuine belonging. People may obey him without loving him. They may stand nearby because they fear him or need something. Seeing Sadhu, Mark, Alina, Duru and Nas united about Amir could make understanding the emptiness of his one position, whether his understanding lead to changes or greater jealousy remain uncontained. Jealousy is especially dangerous who is right behind claim of justice. User may himself that Amir does not deserve loyalty. He may focus on Amir's mistake and ignore the care Amir has showing others. From there he can justify more pain. He may believe he is only exposing or balancing the situation. In trust, he may be punishing Amir for possessing that relationship he wants. His personal bond become public conflict. A private feeling of rejection can produce action that affect an entire neighborhood. Ghalib can easily use this such jealousy. He does not need user to trust him completely. He only need this goal to meet only a short time. Ghalib may offer information access or a chain to defect Amir. User may accept while believing his remain independence. Yet every agreement creates a record of obligation. When someone participates in a dangerous plan, living becomes difficult. Ghalib can create exposure or simply remind the person that interior now surrounded him. This matter allows Ghalib to correct people through their word decision. Barham New Deal may follow that the same pattern. He may enter believing he can control the result or protect someone. Ghalib is likely to let him keep that the belief until the agreement he already case damage. The most effective manipulations allow victims to feel that they are making their one choices. Barham may swear to fix the deal when others question him before admitting the trust would accept it that he has been used. Pride then become another lock on the trap. Very unexpected visitor could challenging his interior system or secret are powerful only while the people involved agree to keep them hidden. A person arriving from outside the current conflict earns no respect. This is agreement. The visitor may speak carefully the admit and someone or reveal the connection through a simple faria. Faria will need to resolve with her to accept playing or family control to trust by telling it herself. Waiting may allow Ghalibs or any way admit to reveal it first when an enemy tells the trust. Even accurate fact can be shaped into a weapon. That discovery may be connected to its visitor. The preview says she is broken but she learned that suggesting more than a small misunderstanding the trust, changing her understanding or a loved one, her family or her place in Amir's life. She may learn that someone closer to her participate in the event harming Amir. She may discover that an important relationship was built on a lie. Whenever he answers the next reactions with deafen her pain can make her heart the trust or it can give her the courage to end the cycle of the silence. Amir meanwhile will be moving toward the trap. This parallel creates a strong suspense. Nas may learn the information capable of saving her at the same time. Amir lost patience and act alone. She may try to react him but miss stopping to family pressure, fear of physical danger. Martin's shadow may lead to late that Amir has left. Remy help might guide him toward the wrong location. User plan may already be has in emotions. The question can episode tension by showing every character holding one part of the trust while no one bring the pieces together in time. Even if Amir escapes, the trap can still achieve his purpose. Physical survival does not mean victory. He may be framed for a crime, forced to make a deal separated from his friend or pushing him in attracted the wrong person. Ghalib and User may want more than his debt. A debt enemy can become a symbol, a disagreement enemy losses influences. If Amir is made to a guilty or unstable, Shankar may stop trusting him. His leadership will weaken and the people around him approaching separately. Amir's emotional condition make that possible. After Hassan fail, he may appear unpredictable. Enemy can using real movement of anger has proved that he is dangerous. They do not need to invent everything. The strongest world story are built around pieces of the trust. Amis has reactively he has treated people he separated for answer, removed at the contact show only the worst movement and he can be pretty at the case of the neighborhood problem. This is another reason he must learn control. Every uncontrolled action become material for someone else's story. The side outside younger may not about this in detail. The wealthy and the powerful people, the neighbor who struggle can appear like distant noise. They may discover every young man involved as a criminal without asking how the conflict development. This social judgment and pressure Amir and friend may prove this innocent in a system that may already accepted guilt. Ghalib understands this advantage. He uses official structure, money and the reputation in ways the young man cannot. The trust alone may be enough if no powerless wanted to wear it. Altı, Üstü, Istanbul becomes strongest when it showed that injustice operates throughout individual and the systems. Ghalib may be a central threat, but he also able to act. Become inequality gave him toll. Amir poverty limit his choices. Fear, witness silence, family horror prevent honest discussion. The discovered to speak a strong stop man from asking for help. Each of this is pressure creates special for manipulation. Defective one villain will not automatically solve every problem. The character must also change the habit that allow powerful figure to control them. The serious title can be understood as a playful prize, but it can also suggest that the two sides of Istanbul. There is city above, ceiling with wealth, status and public beauty. That there is the city underneath carrying the labor and pain that they make the upper side possible. Amir lives straight this is cliff level. He comes from below but wants to to the world above. The question is with her rising require him to abandon the people inside him. Many characters may tell him that excessive damage selflessness. They will see someone must save himself. Amir's relationship with Murd and Sadhu offer a difficult answer, but Hassan's betrayal makes the answer harder to believe. Amir may begin episode 7 feeling that the relationship has failed. The person he considered a brother cried secret anger and communicated a terrible act, yet at the same moment the other friend saved him from danger and refused to leave him alone. This contract is important, but betrayal does not prove that loyalty is false. It proves that need loyalty honesty. Amir can respond by disturbing everyone, and he can build a stronger relationship with the people still willing to speak their trust. His future depends on which lesson he accepts. Mert and Sadhu must also learn from Hassan. They cannot assume Amir understanding that their feeling without hearing them. If they agree with his choices, they need to say so. Become resistment grow. If one of them feel ignored or used, silence will only repeat the same pattern. Their friendship can survive the crisis, but survival requires changing. Childhood loyalty is no longer enough for that danger. They need communication, boundaries and responsibility. They must sound like simple ideas, yet they are difficult in the world where emotional openness can be more clean. And Duru may help create this new form, the cooperation. They challenge the group habit of hiding behind joke or anger. Naz may do the same with Amir Al-Troy. Her growing feeling will make honesty more complicated. Malik may choose distance because she can no longer trust. Promise unexpected by action. Each woman offer a difficult response to the young man behavior. Together they can push the story behind the idea that loyalty means endless forgiveness. Faria's choices will show with her. The older generation can also change. He may believe the young people are not ready for the trust. Adults often say this while protecting themselves from difficult conversation. No one feels ready to learn that important part of life were hidden from him. Waiting does not remove the pain. It only gives the life more time to shape decisions. Faria visitor may finally make waiting impossible. She will tears speak or lose control over the story. Baron faces a similar moment. His deal with Gali may be intended as protection, but protection through dangerous compromise rarely remain protection. Ghalib will ask for more. Baron may then lie to family member, involve innocent people, or turn against Amir. Every new step will appear necessary of the previous one. The only way out may the confession, but confession carries shame and possible punishment. Baron may decide with her protected his pride is worth placing the neighborhood at greater risk. Ghalib depends on everyone believing that they cannot every mistake. Shame is one of the strongest weapons. He finds people who have done someone wrong and confessing him that this posture will destroy him, that he offers silence in exchange for the obedience. The person becomes trapped in because Ghalib is not physically stronger than public. The person cannot face public judgment. A unity community could weaken his power by allowing people to confess, accept consequence and the revolt. A divided community may shame fatal. This theme conflicts directly to Hassan. Had he admitted his anger earlier, perhaps his situation could have changed. Had he confused the saboteur before the pressure became unbearable, he might have faced punishment but remained alive to repair some of the damage. Instead, shame and fear above the it toward the cliff, his fail become a symbol of what happened when people believe there is no part back after a mistake. Amir can best part of the history by creating this part for others, not by copying Hassan's destruction. Justice must still event forgiveness without responsibility will insert the people harmed by the sabotage and maliciating, but responsibility should not make that a person become nothing more than his worst act. This balance can give this series emotional depth. Characters should face legal, social or personal consequences while still having the possibility of change. Ghalib's system depends on permanent fear. A healthier system allows trust to appear before another tragedy becomes necessary. As episode 7 approaching the major storyline are moving toward one point, Amir is grieving and searching Naz is supporting him while moving closer to one painful destroy. Malik condition and her distance from Amir create emotional uncertainty. Marsadu, Alina and Doro are trying to hold the group together. Yuze is watching their unity while facing their loneliness. Berams and Graves are interior a deal that may disturb every existing balance barriers threatened by the arrival of someone connected to the hidden information. Rami help Amir move where offer has lost hope. Each part lead toward trust, but not everyone want to the same trust to be revealed. The coming danger will test whether Amir has changed at all. He has listened to the line. His brother may be dead or badly injured. The sabotage had destroyed his trust. Malice has been fighting for his life. Powerful figure contain many plans around him. No one would action why he feel angry, yet understable anger can still produce unforgiveness damage. Amir must choose whether his pain control him or inform him. Pain can attention but only when it is not allowed to become the driver. Now difficult choices may temporarily save him, though it could damage her one life. She may life to someone dangerous, reveal a secret or place herself because Amir and can enemy whenever she does. Amir may eventually recognize that the other people are paying for his search. He is not crying the danger alone simply because he worked what it done. Every person who loves him wait worries and become a possible target. Accepting this fact become a part of irresponsible. Malik may be a person who stirred the trust more indirectly. Her injury gave her the right to reject romantic idea about danger. She now that the knife sabotage and one do not only create exciting confrontation, they create blood, hospital room, frightened families and permanent flare. If she tell Amir she cannot repair while they continue his part, he may accuse her of abandoning him. In reality, she may be asking him to choose his life. Whenever he understands will show how much he has matured. User may interrupt the same situation as weakness. He could believe Amir's emotional connection make him easier to defect. In one sense, he is cracked, love, great vulnerability, and Miss can threaten the people Amir care about, but connection also give. Amir strength user does not possessive. Friend can receive him, challenging him, inside him, gather information, and remind him who was before the conflict. Ghalib's side may have power, but Amir's side has the possibility of trust. The outside defect on whenever they trust protect the trust. A trap designed for one person can fail when a group act together. This may be the lesson episode 7 prepared to deliver. Amir's admiration to desert alone make him vulnerable, but the people around him may have excuse to stay behind. Naz discovered Sadramar cruelty and support for Lena, Duru or Rami trap the plan. Their issue may not be complete, and someone else may be placed in danger, but the group unity can provide Ghalib and Yusuf for controlling every outcome. However, unity requires trust. Nat cannot give Amir while hiding the most important information. Rami cannot be trusted if his purpose remains unclear. Baram cannot protect his family through a secret deal. Faria cannot keep the past buried forever. Matsadu cannot support Amir without comforting his behavior. Every character is pushing toward confession. The coming episode from therefore change the series from a city about abandoned hidden secret into a story about the cost of revealing them. When trust finally arrives, it will all make everyone feel some relationship with and family may break, people may fake punishment. Amir may learn that his understanding of Hassan was incomplete. Naz may lose someone trust. Faria may be blamed for air of silence. Bara may become an enemy in the eye of neighborhood. Yet painful trust creates the possibility of a real future. Lies only repeat the past until difficult name. This is a central promise of Altı, Üstü, İstanbul. This series is not only asking who will win a fight or which couple will stay together. It is asking whenever people born into a damaged environment can stop repeating the damage. Amir and his friend inherited poverty, pride, silence and all conflict. They did not create every problem surrounding them, but they decided whether this problem continues through them. Their dream cannot separate it from his responsibility. Amir wants a better life, but a better life cannot be measured only by money. If he gained wealth by losing every friend, he has not escaped the younger pain, he has only cried the pain into an expensive room. If he defied Ghali by becoming equally cruel, the neighborhood will remain controlled by fear. Real success will mean giving even power to protect people without needing to warn them. It would mean building opportunity that they do not require betrayal. Such a victory is far more difficult than revenge. For now, Amir is not wanted for that the victory is bounded, angry and moving toward a trap. This makes him human. Heroes do not become easily. Every lesson already learned that they mistake, reject advice and someone hurt the people try to save them. The audience remain invested because Amir still have the chain to chain. His love for Hassan despite the betrayal show that he does not lose our companion. His bond with Sadhu and Mark remains strong enough for them to pull him back. Next, Presence gave him another reminder to remain sentenced. This connection may guide him out of darkness, but only he is accepted him. Hassan fell hangover every moment. Whether he live or denies, his anger has already forced the group to look at himself. Amir can no longer assume closeness mean understanding. Martin Sadhu can no longer treat serious pain as something that will disappear. The family cannot continue protecting or secret or harmless. The uncle cannot survive if everyone speaks only after disaster. Hassan has become the warning no one wanted to hear. Malik fight for life delivered the same warning for another direction. Violence is not contained, it crosses relationship and generation. The person holding the weapon more target one individual, but the result reaching dozens. A mother wait outside an operating room. A friend want a young man blame himself. A community become afraid. This defending damage is what Ghalib another explored. Fear make people easier to control. Healing therefore connect of resistance. As growing closeness with Amir can become part of that healing. But the relationship must survive trust. Trust conflict based on incomplete information will eventually fail. If Naz learns something connected to Amir's suffering, she must decide with her love protected him from the trust or trusting him with it. The major answer is trust, but fear may lead her everywhere. Her choices will reveal whenever she is ready to become Amir's partner or only his sheltering during a crisis. Amir may be choosing one kind of love he can offer. Does he want someone who follows him without question? Or someone who stops him where he is wrong? Does he understand Malik's need for safety? Can he respect Naz fairly and family pressure? A man seeking loyalty must learn to give information and emotional safety in return, otherwise loyalty becomes another world for obedience. Amir's growth will be incomplete until he understands this. If the part offer a warning about what Amir become cold, isolation, jealousy and the need for control can slowly replace genuine cooperation connection. If Amir reject everyone's advice and treat friend at all, he move closer to use a condition. The battle between them may therefore be physiological as well as practical. Amir is not only fit and use a plan, he is fighting the part of himself that they want to respond to loss by controlling everything. Galip represents the final stage of that transformation. He appears to view people mainly through useless. Loyalty can be brought, fear can be created, and weakness can be triggered if they may believe in something difficult, but power has allowed him to avoid trust. Amir's future history will require fusing his worldview. He must prove that the people are more than a pressure point and the reality feeling is stronger than the obedience forced through secret. The new deal between Ghalib and the Baron may intentionally appear to strengthen Ghalib, yet every new partner also creates another possible weakness. Barons now think he has relationship Ghalib cannot fully control. If guilt becomes stronger than fear, Baron can reveal that the agreement Ghalib network depends on each person remain isolated. The moment these people compare story and his power may begin to collapse. Amir's task is not simply to attack the network. He must create must track of return people to speak. The visitor at Faria door could become the first crack. The simple person from the past may connect the one that seems separated. Hassan anger and the sabotage family secret. And Galip's plan may share the hidden road. The visitor may not understand the full effect of what he or she now. Someone he is more dangerous witness is not the brave hero but an ordinary person who does not receive silence is expected. Faria's reaction will tell the other that information matters. Nas may see or hear part of his encounter. Her shock could come from recognizing a name, relationship, or even connected to her identity. She may then be forced to decide quickly because Amir is already moving. The timing creating pressure. She cannot spend day thinking every hour. She remains silent, increases changing trap, enter the yet speaking may destroy the life she knew. This is the kind of choices that she can nurse from a sporting character into one of the story's central forces. This seventh episode therefore appear ready to move similar relationship beyond repair. Amir and Malik may be able to return to the earlier closeness. Amir and Malik may cross an emotional line that changing everything. Yusuf may make a decision that remove his changing of easy redemptions. Baram may lead too deeply into a Galip system. Faria's secret may be escaping. Martin's shadow may be forced to choices between following Amir and physically stopping him again. The episode can change the direction of the interior season without needing to answer every mysterious. What matters most is that it grows from the character rather than appear only for show. Hassan failed work because it comes from hidden resentment and the guilt. Amir reckless search work because action is not normal response to helplessness. Nasri's work because she cannot watch him collapse. Yusuf move work because he feel included from the loyalty surrounding Amir. Baram's deal without work because fear and responsibility can push adult toward compromise. Faria's secrets work because secrets become harder to control over time. When plot grow from responsibility, even dramatic, even believable. Altı Istanbul has built the earlier story around young people standing between innocence and the corruption. They have already crossed line, but they have be completely lost themselves. This middle state is the most important part of their journey. When a person full attempt clarity choices between simple life before the point every decision create conflict. Amir still feeds guilt. Edward Mike will protect him. Nas will worry about right and wrong. Yusuf will recognize his loneliness. Even Baram may still understand that his agreements endanger the possibility of change remain alive. Istanbul watching all of them without stopping. Boat continue crossing the water. Sultan remain full. Traffic cover the road in wealthy building. People discuss business while families younger wait for news about Hassan and Malik. This city does not pause for personal tragedy. This important can feel cruel, but it can also create urgency. The character must decide what their life may become. Istanbul will not decide for him. The offers pay for every kind of person, but it does not promise fairness. Amir may once have been that the reaching the upper side of Istanbul solved everything. Now he discovering the will and power contained at their prisons. Gali may promise him fraud but cannot trust anyone. Yusuf may have a skill to plan but feel alone. Rich family may hide secret behind beautiful wall. The difficult is not that the world has pain and the other does not. The difficult is sound can hide pain and who may display it publishes. Younger world are visible. The want of the powerful are covered by reputation and money. This understanding may eventually help Amir. He does not need to become Galip to defect him. Galip's weakness already exists inside his matter. A man who controls people through fear can never know who is truly loyal. Every partner can betray him when a suffer offer a pair. Amir friendship through damage are based on shared history and genuine care. If he repair trust rather than growing it away, he will propose something Galip cannot purchase. But before Amir can use that strength, he must survive episode 7 trap. He must accept and listen before acting and understand that his enemy expect anger. Nas must reach him before without the trust he discovered. Mert and Sadhu must remain close even when he rejects them. Melina and Duru must keep the group connected. Malik must decide what role, if any, she can still play in his life. Ramin's intention must become clear. Faria must face the visitor. Baram must understand the real cause of his deal. Yusuf must choose between consequence and the jealousy. No one will leave the coming event unchanged. That is why giving Altı to Istanbul it energy. It began with similar dreams, but places this dream inside a system disappear to test every relationship. The series also how much friendship can survive, how much love can forgive, and how for a person can fail before returning become impossible. It does not offer easy heroes. Amir can be brave and reckless, Hassan can love and guiltiness, can be loyal and the secretive, Malik can care for Amir and still leave him, Adam may want protection while danger. This is contradiction make the character feel alive. The part of the story has now reaching the moment when childhood truly ends. Amir and his friend can no longer imagine that every problem will disappear after one brave act. Their choices have permanent results. Bodies can be injured, trust can be destroyed, secret can reshape entire family, love can change direction. The city they must treat it like a game has revealed it true and the rule are cruel. Yet the story is not without hope. Hope appears through the people who remain beside Amir when he cannot stand alone. It appears when Mert and Sado pull him back into from danger. It appears when Alina and Dura refused to abandon the group. It appears in their decision to support him despite the cost. Even Malik struggled to survive. In an act of hope, the neighborhood may be losing confidence, but its people have no stopping fighting for one another. The real question is whether they can turn the emotional reality into wise action. Love cannot wisdom may send them all the trapped together. Courage without planning may create another hospital room. Trust without comparison may destroy innocent people. The group need balance. Amir belong determination. Mert and Sadhu can provide resistance. Nas may carry information. Lena and Duru can notice emotional changes. Mert can remind him of the real cause of violence, therefore they may be stronger than any cause of them alone. Episode 7 will likely end with more dangerous rather than complete relief. Amir's heart may expose part of the trust while opening a larger mysterious. Na's discovery may save him but damage the relationship. Adams and Gallup agreement may become effective. The neighborhood user action may force Amir into a new position. Fire visitor may reveal only a relationship to create future questions. Hassan fight may remain uncontained or return in a way that creates another emotional shock. The story has many directions available, but its strongest part will remain focused on the cause of the security. For Amir, the next step is not simply fighting Hassan. It is finding the person he wants to be after Hassan. Does he become a man ruled by regret, or does he learn for what happened? Does he punish everyone around him, become one brother betray him, or protect the friend who remained? Does he care to forward the feel of impotence, or does he build a life that Hassan's anger could not destroy? This question will continue even after the midnight mysterious is solved. For now, the next step is decided whether love can survive honesty. For Malik, it is choices with her returning to Amir could mean danger. For Mert and Sadhu, it is leaving how to support a brother without becoming prisoner of his choices. For User, it is decided with her loneliness become a reason to change or a case to pain. For Behram and the Faria, it is facing the past before the past destroy the younger generation. For Ghalib, it is remaining control while more people begin understanding how his system works. The uncle stand at the center of all this choice. It has been treated as a forgotten neighborhood, but the people inside it refuse to disappear. Their lives will not matter to the wealthy side of Istanbul, yet they matter deeply to one another. Every loss is remembered, every betrayal travels through this street, every act of kindness can be spread. The neighborhood contains both the receipts and the clue. Its silence, slow manipulation, and its unity can break control. Altı, Üstü, Istanbul is therefore more than a story of crime, romance, or family secret. It is a story about visibility. Amir and his friend want the city to see him. They want proof to that their lives matter. Ghalib offers one kind of the visibility through fear and power. Love offers another through genuine connections. Amir which way he wants. Being fair may people remember his name, but being trust change their life. As the 7th episode approaching, the light of Istanbul continues shining above the uncle from a distance. Everything looks peaceful up close. Amir is prepared to enter a trap. Naz is becoming toward a devastating trust. Malik's future remained uncertain, and Hassan failed that broken the old relationship forever. Barams and the Glebes are setting a new plan in motion. Uze is making his next move, and Faria Pass is arriving at her door. The city had built their life upside down, but their final decision has not yet been decided. Amir still has the chance to step away from blind revenge. Naz still has a chance to speak before silence cases greater damage. Martin and Shadow still have a chance to rebuild friendship through honesty. Barons and the Farrier still have a chance to confess. Until still has a chance to listen to his consequence. Even Center still has a chance to refuse the future. Powerful man how chosen for it. The next day will begin with pain, but pain can reveal when comfort hides. Amir will finally see which people stand beside him without demanding control. Naz will learn with her loyalty, trust, course. Melk will decide what kind of future she deserves. Gali will discover with her fear is enough to keep every secret buried, and somewhere between the bright street above and the wounded neighborhood below, Istanbul will wait for another choice. That choice will not only decide how to survive the trap, it will decide with her Amir and his friend remain the innocent children they remember. Become the damaged adult they once feared or create a difficult part that no one in younger believed was possible. Altı, Üstü, Istanbul. After the fall, nothing feels the same. Night has covered Istanbul, but the city has not become quiet. Cars still move across the bridge, fire across the dark water. Crying tired people back to their home. Restaurants remain full. Music continue in expensive building and bright signs shine over crowded road. Yet none of his life mattered to Amit as it moment. His world has become smaller than a single breath. He stands near the edge of the place where Hassan disappeared, unable to understand how everything changing so quickly. Only a short time ago, Hassan was beside him. He was speaking, confessing, railing, and crying. The weight of a secret that has prisoned him for years, that he was gone. Amir can still hear its voice, but he cannot reach him. The darkness below appears endless, and the silent feel more frightened than any answer. Sadhu and Mal tore Amir back because they now he was follow Hassan without thinking. Amir struggled against them. He called Hassan's name until his throat began to hurt. Every shot returned has a weak, but no answer came from below. Amir tells his friend to release him. He says Hassan may still be believed, but they need help. Matt tried to explain that they are already called emergency worker. Sadhu says climbing down in darkness will only create another victim. Amir does not listen at that moment. Logic feels cruel. Waiting feels like betrayal. He believed that a true brother should jump into danger without fear. But now this and hold him more tightly. He moved rather. Amir hated him. For one night that lost another friend, the emergency light finally appeared in the distance. Their red and blue glow moved across the tree and rock, turning the area into a place that no longer felt real. Rescue workers arrived with ropes, lamp, medical equipment, and serious faith. They asked questions that Amit cannot answer clearly. How far did Hassan fall? Why his constant? Did he hit the rock? Did anyone where he landed? Amir tried to speak, but every sentence broke apart. Sadhu explained what happened while Mud remained close to Amir. The rescue team warned that searching will take time. The land below is difficult, the darkness is deep, and one wrong step can place more life at risk. Amir heard only one message. They cannot promise that Hassan will not found alive. A police officer asked Amir what happened before the fall. Amir looked at him without speaking. He cannot explain Hassan's confession, saying the word aloud would make him permanent. Hassan admitted damaging the brake, the admitting crying anger that Amir had never fully seen. Amir remembered Hassan's face as he smoke, filled with shame and exhaustion. Part of Amir want to protect him even now. Another part is furious. He wants Hassan alive so he can save him, but he also wants him alive so he can damage the trust. Why he didn't do it? Why he is working alone? Who was the real target? Why did he remain silent until everything became impossible? This is questions fight inside Amir, leaving no room for a clear statement. But noticed Amir's silence and answered the office clearly. He said there was an agreement and Hassan was not emotionally stable. He avoided describing the confession in detail. Sadhu looked at Mud, understanding why he is doing. They are buying time. They do not know with hiding information is right, but they knowing Amir cannot handle another investigation at that moment. The officer write down their name and tell them they will be questioned again. Amir bravely react. His eyes remain fixed on the darkness. Every movement below make him believe Hassan had been found. Every post tell him something terrible has happened. While the rescue search continue, another crisis is taking place across the city. Malik like in a hospital bed attack that near ended her life. Machines measure her heartbeat and breathing. Doctor moved through the room with quiet urgency. Her mother Faria wait outside holding her side together. Fear falls alone. He clothed carry sign of the terrible evening she has watching her head more than before when she still imagine Malik blood on them. Whenever the door opened, Faria stand quietly. His daughter's expression become a possible message. She studied their eyes before they speak, afraid that one look will destroy her. Faria spent a surviving difficult situation, but her mother cannot prepare for this kind of fear. She remembered Malik as a small tree sleeping beside her during dull night and asking innocent questions about the future. Malik always wanted more than the neighborhood could offer. She dreamed about beautiful clothes, large home, and a life in wind looked down on her. Fire sometimes become angry that his daughter shame, but she cannot where it come from. Poverty does not only empty the wallet, it can enter a child's mind and make her believe she is less vulnerable than others. Failure tried to protect Mali from that feeling, yet the secret of her past made the relationship more difficult. Now standing outside the hospital room, Faria would accept every insult and every old pain if Mali would only open her eyes. She no longer cares about pride. She does not care who now the trust. At least this is what she tells herself. But when the past comes close, where it turns, some secret have lived inside her for so long that they have become part of her body. Revealing them feel like cutting away a piece of herself. She now silence has scared damage, yet she is terrified of what honesty may destroy. Zahra sits nearby trying to comfort her. Their family have been connected by love, conflict and neighborhood history. Zahra tells Faria to remain hopeful. The daughter has been giving up. Malik reaching the hospital in time and the surgery is continuing. Faria nods but her eyes are empty. She asks where Amir is. Zahra hesitates before explaining that another emergency has happened involving Hassan. Faria closes her eyes. The young people enter one night together. That the night has not divided them between a clef and a hospital. She whispered that the neighborhood has been carrying too much pain for too long. Naz arrived at the hospital after hearing about Malik. Her experience surprised more people. She comes from a bitter world and does not fully belong in the group surrounded Malik. Yet she refused to remain outside. Her relationship with Amir is already complicated and Malik's presence makes everything more sensitive. Now does not come to complete or attract attention. She comes because a young woman is fighting for her life and because Amir will be destroyed if someone close to him is lost. She asks Zara with her, there is any news? Zara tell her that they are still waiting. Naz look toward Faria and says something beyond a mother fear. Faria appears frightened by more than Malik, a medical condition. Her eyes repeatedly more toward the hallway as if she accepted arrive. Naz recognized the behavior because she was given similar fear in her one home. Wealthy family may hide their secret behind expensive door, but fear look the same everywhere. It make people watch interiors. It make them jump when a phone ring. It take ordinary question into thread. Naz quietly wonder what Faria is expected. Her one life has been built around hidden information. Naz had grown up believing a story about her family, her place in the world and the people responsible for protecting her. She has accepted contained relationship because she thought they were natural. Yet small crack has begun appearing, a strange reaction and unfinished conversation as a name spoken with too much fear has been a constant thing she considered contained. She has not discovered the trust. She feels it moving closer. The more time she spent near Amir and the people of the uncle, the more her comfortable past began to look like a carefully prepared state. At the Caliph, the rescue team finally sent a message from below. They have found sign that someone passed through the lower rock and they have no yet reached Hassan. A broken brand from public and make into the soil suggested that he failed may have changed direction. This creates a small possibilities that he does not directly to the bottom. The Amir hold on to the possibility with everything he has. Yes, Hassan could be arrived. The rescue worker could say cannot now yet. Amir hope in the answer even no hope was promised. Sadhu tell Amir to sit down. Amir refused. His legs are shaking, but he continues standing. Mud give him water, and Amir pushing it away. He feels that the drinking, sitting, or closing his eyes would to be a form of contract he does not deserve. Guilt becomes speaking inside him. He remembered moment when Hassan tried to tell him something and Amir was too busy. He remembered joke that may have covered hurt. He remembered argument he misbehaved has a temporary anger. Memory become unfair during grief. It moved normal movement, changing them into warning. Amir began believing that every tragedy could have been prevented if he had paid more attention. Mar see what is happening. He tell Amir that Hassan made his one choices. Amir turned on him immediately. He say Mar does not understand. Mar answered that understanding does not mean taking responsibility for another person's crime. Hassan stabilized the brake. Hassan hit the truss. Hassan crossed the cliff. Amir did not force him. The words sound hurts, but Mar said them become guilty. Is pulling Amir toward the same darkness. Sadhu want Mar to stop. Amir stopped closer, ready to fight, but Mar does not move. Mar tells him that Hassan need a brother who remained alive, not another brother at the bottom of the rock. The sentence reaches Amir in a way the earlier argument did not. His anger remained, but he stopped moving forward. He looked away, unstable to face Mar. Sadhu placed a hand on Amir's shoulder for a moment. The three friends stand without speaking. Hassan's absence feels like another people among them. Their group have been built around shared memories, and now these memories are filled with doubt. The police receive information about Hassan's possible involvement in the break incident. Amir does not know how connected them. It may have been someone who were part of the confession or someone watching from the distance. The timing feels suspicious. News too quickly when powerful people want it to move. An officer approaches Amir again and asking direct question. Did Hassan admit responsibility? Did he mention another people? Did he? Why he did it? Hassan Amir received the trust. Is already escaped his control. He answered carefully. Hassan sighed, think while deeply upset. Amir claimed he cannot be sure when was stressed and what come from the panic. The officer does not appear satisfied. He warned Amir the hidden evidence can create serious problem. Amir asked whether they have found Hassan. The officer said the search is until active. Amir tell him notice nothing until Hassan is brought back. The officer replied that the truly better, especially when other live, were placed in danger. From a parked car at the distance, one of Ghalib's men watching the scene. He take photograph, record to speak to the police and send short message. Ghalib want to know whether Hassan is alive, but he is equally interested in what Hassan said before failing. A dead man can keep a secret forever. An injured man will make up and reveal everything. Ghalib dislikes uncertainty because cannot be controlled. He ordered his people to learn which hospital which receive Hassan if the rescue team find him alive. Ghalib sat in the quiet room while the city of the rest continue around him. His clothes are clean, the voice is controlled, and nothing in his appearance show panic. Yet Hassan's confession has created problem. Ghalib is not worried because of friendship or regret. He is worried every because hidden problem actions connected to another hidden action. If one part become public, people may begin asking better questions. Hassan may be damaged the break, but his action, opportunity, and reaction cannot investigated toward larger secret. Yuse entered the room and asked what was happened. Ghalib studied his son before answering. Yuse has been grown surrounded by wealth and control, but he was never felt sure. Ghalib approval has always been offered like a prize and removed like a punishment. Yuse learned early that the love in his home comes with condition. He was expected to succeed, obey, and protect the family name. Every failure became proof that he was weak. The pressure did not make him stronger. It made it afraid of losing what he did. Ghalib tells Yuse that Hassan may be exposed them. Yuse denies responsibility for anything connection to Hassan's confession. Ghalib does not assume him directly. Instead, he asks whether Yuse is content that no massive payment, meeting, or witness can connect him to the break incident. Yuse become defensive. He say Hassan acted because of his own anger. Ghalib noticed the exact wording. Yuse now more than he want to admit. A father concerned only when his child asks whether. Whenever Yuse is safe, Ghalib asks whether his family can be protected. The difference explains their relationship. Yuse want his father to see him capable, but every conversation make him feel smaller. He say he can handle Amir. Ghalib replied that Amir is not the greatest anger. The greatest danger is not a freedom person. Why no longer believe he has anything to lose. Hassan reached that point and Yuse could reach it too. Yuse left the room crying about angry and the fear. He ate Amir partly because Amir received loyalty without needing to buy it. Sadhu and Mar stand beside him even when he make mistake. The people of Zankar may agree with Amir, but they see him as one of their own. Yuse has money, a powerful name, and access to place Amir can only dream about. Yet he feel alone. Every friend around him may be there because of Ghalib. Every romantic relationship is affected by his status. Every act of kindness feel uncertain. The loneliness become dangerous when Yuse see Naz growing closer to Amir. Naz one belonging to the world Yuse understood. She attacked the right person, now the right purple, and they live in the same social wall. Her movement toward Amir feel like a rejection of everything user represent. He tell himself that Amir is manipulating her. He refused to accept that Naz may simply feel suffer with someone who treat her as a father rather than a possession. User pride tell emotional loss into the battle of control. At the hospital, Naz receive a call from user. She watching the screen until it stop ringing. A second call follows. She rejected. Faria secret the name and look away quickly. But the reaction does not escape Naz. She asks with her Faria now user. Faria says everyone now the Sultan family because of public influence. The answer is responsible, but her voice changing. Naz fired the cannot memory away in his mind. A doctor family come from the operating room. Everyone stand. He explained that Malik survived the surgery, but her condition remains serious. She lost a dangerous amount of blood, and the next hour are important. Faria now weakens. Zara watching her because she failed. The doctor says one family member may Malik verify she is moved. Faria began crying for the first time, still arriving. Until this moment, fear had been kept frozen. The small sign of war break the wall around her. Naz stepped away to give the family space. She think about calling Amir, but she does not now. With her, he can receive another piece of news. She stands a simply message instead. Malik survived the operation. She is still in danger, but she is alive. Amir sees the message at the cliff. His body reacts before his mind. He closes his eyes and releases a breath he did not release. He was holding. Relief and guilt arrived together. Malik is arrived, but Hassan remained missing. Amir may feel happiness for one person is a betrayal of the other. He called Naz when she answered. Neither speak for a few seconds. Amir finally asked whether Malik woke up. Naz said no yet. She explained that the doctor need to watch her carefully. Amir thanked her for being there. Naz asked about Hassan. Amir said the search continued. His voice broke on the final word. Naz wanted to tell him to leave the cliff and come to the hospital, but now he cannot. Instead, she asked him not to do anything alone. Amir cannot almost become angry at the request. Everyone is telling him to wait, remain calm, and trust others. The instructions feel impossible when Hassan may be dying. Yet Naz's voice is difficult. She is not trying to control him. She is afraid for him. Amir says he will be careful. Both of them now this promise may not survive the night. Naz asks him to call her when there is news. Amir agrees. After ending the call, Naz noticed a man standing at the far end of the hospital hallway. He is older, tired, and dressed as though he traveled quickly. He studies Faria from a distance but does not approach. When Faria sees him, the remaining color leaves her face. She tells Zara she needed hair and walked toward a side corridor. The man followed. Naz does not want to interfere, but her instinct warned her that the meeting matters. She waits a moment and tells one in the same direction. She stops before the corner, remaining hidden. Faria faces the man near or empty stairwell. Her voice is slow and sharp. She asks why he was come after so many years. The man says he heard about Malik and could not remain away. Faria tells him he has no right to speak her daughter's name. The man responds that man is not only the only person reason he come. He has learned the questions are being asked about another child and an old arrangement. Faria looked around in fear. She wanted him to speak openly. He says silence has already caused damage. The people who pried him a year ago are closing control. And when powerful people become frightened, they remove witness. Faria tells him to leave Istanbul before Ghalib discovers he is there. Naz hears Ghalib enter name and feel her heartbeat feel faster. The man asks Faria with her the gun now who she really is. Faria answered that the girl believed the story she was given. The man said the trust will not remain hidden much longer. She had documents, he kept them before he never trusted Ghalib. Faria tell him the document could destroy civil family. The man replied that this is family but their safety on stolen leave. Naz stepped backward, struggling to remain silent. The world girl could mean anyone, but someone inside her already understand her life. The old lie, Ghalib involvement, and the fairy affair began forming a picture. She does not know the full trust, but she believes her identity may be connected to the anchor. The discovery made the heart appear to move around her. She places one hand against the wall. Her phone rings the sound through the corridor. Faria and the stranger stop speaking. Naz look at the screen. User is calling again. She quickly rejects the call, but it is too late. Faria walks around the corner and finds her. For several seconds, neither woman speaks. Faria fear turned into anger. She asks how much Naz heard. Nas could lie, but her face has already evolved too much. She asked what Ghalib did. Faria tell her this is not the right place. Nas said there may never to be a right place. Malik is fighting for her life. Hassan is missing and Amir is breaking under the weight of the secret. She refused to accept another excuse. Faria looked toward the hospital room and tell Nas that some trusts do not save people, some trusts destroy everyone they touch. Nas answered that the lie has already going done. They will trick Faria because she now they are cracked. She sent the stranger away and call him. She will contact him later. He hesitated. They gave Nas a long look before leaving. His expression contained recognition. Nas noticed it, and because he one more contained that he's never something about her. Faria looked Nas to see come into an empty room. She closed the door and tell her to sit. Nas remained struggling. Faria struggled to begin. She said even from many years ago connected to Sultan family, the Kankaya family, and her one life in a way none of the young people understand. There was fair money and the child. This future was decided by adult. Nas asked which she was that child. Faria does not answer immediately. The silence becomes an answer of it. One not turned away, trying to control her breathing. She thinks of every family photograph, every birthday, every story about her birth, and every person who tell her she was loved. Where all this is movement falls. Did everyone know was she rise as a part of an agreement? Question arrived too quickly for her to tell him. Faria said not everyone now the complete trust. Some people were are not decide. Ghalib were fear and money to make sure the story remain hidden. Nas asked who her real parents are. Faria says she cannot explain until she confirms what the stranger brought. Nas accused her of the delaying again. Faria replied that an incomplete trust can be the danger as a lie. If she gives Nas the wrong name, there will be no way to repair the damage. Nas think about Amir. Her family may be connected to her past. Their growing feeling may be built inside a secret. Neither understand the possibility of return her. She asked whither Amir is located to the trap. Faria lowered her eyes. She say Amir family is a part of what happened, but Nas must make as Nas here only the first part. Amir is involved. Her phone ring one more, but this time the call is Mert. Mert say immediately. Mert said the rescue team may have located Hassan. They found him only a lower ledge. He is unconscious and they are trying to bring him up. Amir is losing control again. Mert also with her Nas can speak to him. She almost says she cannot. Her interior identity is collapsing. And she is standing beside a woman who make now she really is. Yet Amir needs someone to reach him. Nas tells her to pull the call on speaker. She hears wind voices and Amir demanding to go down. Nas come his name. Amir stops shouting when he hears her. She tells him that the rescue found Hassan. The best thing Amir can do is allow them to work. If she creates another emergency, they will lose time. Amir says Hassan make that before they reach him. Nas replied that Hassan needs trained help, not Amir guilt. The directness surprised him. Nas tell him that the bring a brother does not mean destroy himself. It means remaining strong enough to face whenever come next. Her one voice shaking because the word also applied to her. She has learned someone capable of destroying her sense of self, but she must continue standing. Amir asks whenever she is alright, even if this crisis, he hears the pain in her voice. Nas said they will speak later. For her, he must stay with Mert and Sado. The rescue team teaches Hassan and confirms that he is alive but bravely. He has severe serious injured and is losing breath. They place him on the stretcher and beginning the shallow climb. Amir every movement from above them become almost unbearable. The rescue worker finally bringing Hassan to the surface. His face is pale, his clothes are torn, but his body appears frighteningly still. Amir tried to reach him, but the medical team blocked the way. They began emergency treatment and prepared to move him. A medical say Hassan has a weak pulse. Amir called to him, begging him to open his eyes. There is no response. The ambulance door closed and Amir follow in Mert's car. Sadhu drive because neither Amir nor Mert is calm enough for on the room. Amir received a call from Remy. Remy say he heard what happened and she have people near the hospital who can help. Remy say how he received the information so quickly. Remy avoid the question and say this is not the time for suspicion. Hassan needs the best doctor. and Rami arranged access. Hassan's tension conditions leave no space for pride. He accepted the help but listened to the conversation and became concerned. He asked Amir how much he treated Rami. Amir says trust does not matter if Rami can save Hassan. Might want that help from powerful people often crying a price. Amir looked at him and asked what choice they have. Might does not answer. This is exactly how dangerous agreement began. A disappear person accept one he need to then discover tomorrow when he promised in return. Rami contacted a private hospital with advanced trauma facilities. The ambulance changing direction after receiving approval. Amir does not question who gave the order or now it happened so quickly. Sadhu noticed the road change and asked where they are doing. Amir explained that Rami arranged better treatment. Sadhu looked at Mar through the mirror about share the same concern but neither want to agree. While Hassan's life is in danger, at Ghalib's home a message arrived comparing Hassan's survival. Ghalib claimed expression disappeared for the first time. He asked where Hassan is being taken. His man report the private hospital. Ghalib recognized the hospital as one connected to Rami network. This created another problem. Rami is not helping without a reason. Ghalib received Amir may be moving toward an alliance with someone capable of challenging his conflicts. Yuse overheard part of the conversation. He asked whether Hassan will speak. Ghalib said a person who survives injustice will remain unconscious of the day or wake without hours. They cannot depend on change. Yuse understand that his father is a justice that become uncomfortable. She said they cannot enter hospital and silence Hassan. Ghalib looked at him coldly. He did not answer anything about killing Hassan. Yuse mind reaching that the confession on it one. Ghalib tell Yuse that the panic creates topic decision. Hassan felt the already attractive bullet tensions and need direct action against him will increase suspicion. They need information before making a move. Ghalib ordered Yuse to remain away from the hospital. Yuse agreed but he feared pushing him in another direction. He now Hassan may reveal his involvement. Waiting feel more dangerous than disobedience. Yuse contacts someone from his private circle and asks for access to the hospital system. He wants to know Hassan no medical condition, visitor and security detail. The person warned the obtaining this information will leave a digital record. Yuse offer more money when fear becomes stronger than the actions. Code losing meaning he believed that if he controls the information he can stay ahead of both Ghalib and Amir. Meanwhile, Mert is moved to intensive care. Faria stands beside her short visit troops and the machine surrounded her daughter. Malik's face looked peaceful but the still life Faria returns. She touching her hand and apologized in a whisper. She says she should have told the trust years ago. She believes silence could create safety, but the lies only guarded Malik toward people and place her in danger. Malik cannot hear her, or at least shows no sign can she done. Faria continues. She admits that he judged Malik deserved for well without explaining why their family had been forced into poverty. She allowed her daughter to believe their suffering was simply bad luck. She hid the people who caused it. Malik spent years trying to escape such shame that never truly belonging to her. Outside the room, Naz where she wants answer but she cannot pull Faria away from her injured daughter. The first shock began changing into control anger. Naz decided he will not return to her home and pretend nothing happened. She will find the stranger, examine the document and discover every person connected to the lie, but Amir's involvement remained the most painful question. Naz remembered the first time she saw Amir differently. He did not treat her. Wealth has proved that she is better than others. He also did not become impressive by it. He challenged her, agreed with her, and sometimes misunderstood her. Their connection developed because neither fully controlled it. Now she feared that their meeting was being shaped by a hidden family history. She does not want their feeling to become another result of Ghalib's plan. Amir arrived at the private hospital behind Hassan's ambulance. Doctor rushed Hassan inside. Amir is already waiting near the entrance. He wears a serious expression and speaks to staff with authority. Amir thanks him, but Rami said there will be time for that later. He asks what Hassan said before failing. Amir immediately because suspicion. He leaves that the medical help and question arrived together. Rami explained that he understands the confession may protect Hassan. If powerful people believe that he can expose him, his life may remain in danger if the daughter saves him. Amir says which powerful people Rami mean. Rami say Amir already know the answer. Ghalib's name does not need to be spoken. Must step between them and say Hassan has not reached surgery. Rami replied that's exactly what they may think ahead. The hospital may be safer than a public building, but Ghalib has connections everywhere. Amir say Rami where he care. Rami say Ghalib had destroyed many lives and she has protected by fear for too long. Hassan may crying the first clear part toward bringing him down. Amir become angry. Hassan in his brother, no evidence in someone else. While Rami says this two things cannot be separated anymore. Hassan places himself inside the conflict when he damaged the break and confess. Amir can either prepare for what come now or Ghalib to shape the story. Rami promised security around Hassan's record room, but in return he wants honesty. This is the first clear cause of Rami help. Amir looked toward the emergency door. He now Hassan may be not survive without the issue Rami arranged. Refuse could place his brother at risk. Accepting make him part of a larger battle. Amir tell Rami only part of the trust. Hassan admit the sabotage, but he did not fully explain. Whenever answer order him to do it, Rami asked whether Hassan mentioned using. Amir say no, though he remember Hassan reacting strangely to username in earlier conversation. Rami accept the answer for now. He tell Amir that security will remain close and warn him not to leave Hassan alone after he wake. Might answer with Rami accept an attack inside the hospital. Rami say Ghalib rarely attack in the way people accept. A chain medical record, a false police statement, a written witness or a disappeared phone can be more useful than a weapon. The warning increased their fear. Shadow began changing every person interior the hard way. His normal Hummer well disappeared. He positioned himself near the elevator and watching staff, bed, visitor and security officer must tell him not to create trouble. Sadhu said trouble has already entered. He will not allow to reach Hassan without going through him first. Amir finally calls Zara and tells her Hassan is alive but badly injured. Zara began crying with relief. She tells him that Malik survived surgery. Amir holding now but hearing it from his mother make the news feel more real. Zara asks which hospital Hassan is in. Amir tells her to remain with Malik for now. He does not want the two families separated, but it also now Ghalib may watch everyone moving between hospitals. Naz overhears Zara speaking and releases Hassan was found alive. She wants to go to Amir, yet Faria's civilization stop her. Can she stand beside her while hiding the information she just learned? She tells herself she needs proof before speaking. At the same time, she knows every person who keeps the old secret probably uses the same excuse. The stranger stands Faria message containing an address and the photograph or an old document. Naz sees Faria's reaction and asks to view it. Faria refuses. Naz says she can call the police and explain everything she hears. Faria warns the official authority may not be safe. Ghalib has spent a creating connection. The wrong officer could send the information directly to him. Naz asks what they should do. Faria says they must meet the stranger somewhere secure and confirm whether the documents are real. She wants to wait until Malik is stable. Naz says the danger will not wait. Hassan may wake and speak. Ghalib may holding now the stranger return. Every hour matters. Faria studies Naz and sees that the gentle young woman has changed. Shock has made her more determined. Naz is no longer asking for permission to now her one life. Faria give her the address but make her promise not to go alone. Naz agree because she is already considered who can help. She cannot ask Yusuf. His family may be at the center of the secret. She cannot ask Zahra without revealing everything before understanding it. Amir is dealing with her condition and may react without thinking. Mert and Sadhu will not leave him. Naz finally think of Alina and Duru. They are loyal, observant and less likely to be watching her galley people. Naz calls Duru and asks with her she and Alina can meet her quietly. Duru hears the fear in Naz's voice and agree without asking many questions. They chooses a small cafe away from Bout Hospital. Naz leaves after telling Zara she needs to handle an urgent family matter. Faria watches her to go and curtain with her, knowing it was a mistake. At a private hospital, a doctor explained that Hassan has interior bleeding, broken bones, and the serious head injury. Surgery is necessary even if he survives. They cannot predict when he will wake or what damage may remain. Amir signed the medical form because no closer relative is present. Writing his name feels so strange. Hassan may not his brother by blood, but that detail means nothing. They agree of sharing everything that matters. As Hassan is taken into surgery, Amir notices police officer interior the hospital. They want to collect evidence and speak to the doctor. Amir's security team blocked him from entering curtain area without proper approval. A legal argument began. Amir Ali's Hassan condition has become part of the battle between difficult form of power. The police claim they can protect an investigation. Amir people claim they are protected our patients. Ghalib influence may exist or either side. One officer asked Amir to come to the station. Amir refused to leave. Remy quietly advertised Sir Amir to have a lawyer present. Amir asked why an innocent people need a lawyer. Rami replied that the innocence does not protect anyone from the story prepared by powerful enemies. Amir agreed to answer limited questions with Rami lawyer in the room. The officer asked about Hassan's confession. Amir explained that Hassan admitting interfered with the vehicle. He said Hassan appeared filled with guilt and anger. The officer asked whether he named a patron. Amir said no. The officer that places a printed image on the table. He showed Hassan meeting uses similar day before the sabotage. Amir stared at the photograph. The image is unclear but recognizable. Hassan and user stand near a side interior to the football club. The officer asked whether Amir now they were meeting and he did not. Another secret opened beneath his feet. Hassan was not only crying private anger, he had contact with the person more determined to stop Amir's rise. The officer suggested that Hassan may have worked with Yusef. Amir immediately asked whether Yusef has been questioned. The officer said the investigation is continuing. Amir does not trust the answer. A poor young man from the uncle can be treated as guilty within minutes. The wealthy son of Ghalib Sultan received careful language and private protections. Amir lawyer stopped the interview and requested a copy of the photograph. The officer refused, saying it is a part of factory evidence. After they leave, Amir asked Amir whether he knew about the meeting. Amir said no, but the picture confirmed his suspicions that Hassan was used. Amir said Hassan still made the choices. Rami agreed being manipulating does not remove responsibility, but it changed the size of the crime. Amir wanted to find Yusef immediately. Mark blocked the door. He reminded Amir that Hassan is in surgery. Living now would give Yusef exactly what he wants. Amir said he cannot sit while the man who may have destroyed his brother worked fairly. Sadhu joined Mart and tell Amir they will deal with Yusef when they know more. Attacking him with no plan will only place Amir in prison. Amir watches their friend and says the strength of their bond. He also easily have loyalty can be turned into violence. He tells Amir there another part they can follow the money message and the clump record. Hassan meeting with Yusef may have been captured by more camera. If they collect proof, Ghalib cannot dismiss the situation as a neighborhood argument. Amir asks why will collect it. Rami says his people can begin when Amir must stay away from the club until they know what they are facing. Amir disliked depending on him. Rami is too prepared, too improve and too interesting until he has often a plan that does not require immediately violence. Amir agreed for the moment across the city. Nasmir, Duru and Alina. She'll tell them she ever heard. Faria speaking to a man about Ghalib and all agreement and a girl's identity was hidden. She admitted that she believes the girl may be her. Duru is shocked. Kalina asked whether Faria confirmed it. Naz explained that she is confirmed enough to make the fear real but refused to give name. Before checking document, Naz showed that the address. Selena said it could be a trap. Ghalib man holding now. Naz heard the conversation. Duru suggested connected Amir. Naz refuses become Hassan is an danger surgery because Amir can be connected to the secret. She does not know what that connection name. Until she does, she cannot place another emotional burden on him. Alina understands but she warns Naz that hiding the discovery will more dangerous with each year's hours. Naz says she needs one piece of solid evidence, then she will Amir everything, even if the trust changing their relationship. Duru agreed to do with her while Lina contacts someone she trusts to remain nearby. The address leads to him an old storage building near a forgotten industrial area. These streets are quiet and many businessmen have closed for the night. Naz feels the difference between this place and the protective world in which she grew up. In her world, secret and discussed in office with security and polished table here the password before rotting door. This stranger opened the building and looked surprised to see Naz without Faria. She said she did not have come. Naz replied that he speak about her life so he has no right to decide what she learned the trust. Duru and Lina inside beside her, but man introduced himself as Kamil. He worked as a driver and assistant for public connected to Galib. Kamil bring at an metal box, connected photograph, hospital record, letter and payment receipt. He say he kept copy because Galib threatened him after the arrangement. Naz asked what arrangement. Kamil explained that many years ago, to family experience event when that connection through fear and loss, a baby security instead was charged and money was used to control the people who knew. Nas picked up an old photograph. It showed Faria, Zahra, Galib and another man outside a small clinic. Everyone looked much younger. In the corner stand Kamil. Nas asked which baby was moved and why. Kamil said the full answer is written in the clinic record, but the name may not be simple. False details were entered to hide the trust. He gave Naz a document carrying the name of her legal mother, but the medical information does not match what Naz has always been told. Another record contains Zahra's name. The details were close. Naz feels sick. She asks whether Zahra is her mother. Kamil says he does not know with complete certainty. He was ordered to transport documents and money, not allow inside every room inside. He now Galib made one's children was twice away from her real family. Duru asked why Galib cared about the children. Kamil explained that the secret protected an adult relationship and cover another crime, revealing that the baby's true identity would have exposed Galib's connection to several people is younger. He also feared losing control of her family and public reputation. The child became a piece in much larger agreement. Naz asked whether Amir could be her mother. Brother Kamil studied her face and said he cannot promise that he is. The uncertainty is what than a direct answer. Naz think of every moment she shared with Amir and feel panic rise. Alina take her hand and tell Kamil they need more than guesses. Kamil said one original record exists. It is hidden in the abandoned clinic where the bird and false paperwork were handled. Galib believes the burden has been cleared, but an old nurse keeps a private register. Kamil recently found the nurse location. Before they can ask more, a vehicle stopped outside. Lina turned off the room main light. Duru looked toward a narrow window and see two men leaving the car. Kamil recognized one as Galib employs. Someone followed them. He quickly closes the metal boxes and leads the woman forward a rear assist. Naz refused to leave without the paper. Kamil gave her several key documents and kept the rest. They moved through a darker storage area. As the front door opened, a man called Kamil's name. He said Galib only want to speak. Kamil, no, this is not true. Galib does not send our man at night for a friendly conversation. They reach the back door, but it is locked from outside. Duru notice a high window. Lina finds a metal shelf and pushing it beneath the opening. The man moves closer. Kamil tells the woman to complete why he detained them. Naz refuses to leave him. Kamil says he remained silent when she was a baby and he will make the same mistake now. He gave her the nurse name and tell her to find the clinic register. Lina came first, that helped Duru. Naz follow last as she approaching the window. The storage room door opened. Kamil pushes the shelf, helping Naz escape outside while blocking the man part. She fell onto the ground, cutting her hand, but keep hold of the document. The woman ran toward the road. Alina contact arrive in the car. They get inside one of Galib. Man comes through the rear assist. He tried to photograph the number plate, the driver's accelerations. Naz looked back at the building, afraid of Kamil there. She wants to call the police, but Alina remembers her that they do not know which offer can be trusted. Naz opened the document under the car interior light. One page container had written note mentioned the Kansaya family and the Sultan family. Another included a blood type record. Naz's blood type does not match the parents who raised her. This alone does not immediately a real family. But it confirmed that the official story contained a lie. Duru asked why they should do next. Naz said they must find the nurse before Galib does. Alina said they are also needed to tell Amir. Naz looked at the document and said she well, but not until Hassan's surgery end. They cannot call Amir and tell him they were shared blood without proof. They thought it too painful to say aloud. At the hospital, Hassan's surgery continued. Amir was throughout the hallway repeatedly, said to tell him he will wear a wall into the floor. Amir gave a weak smile, but the first sign that he can still hear his friend Mar brewing coffee, but Amir cannot drink it. Rami required quite update from his people around the club security footage. One camera recorded Hassan entering the building on the day to meet Yuse. Another section of footage is missing. The election occurred using his administrator account connected to Ghalib office. This does not prove what they discuss, but it shows someone wanted the meeting hidden. Rami tell Amir they need a original silver record before it is removed. Amir asks whether they can enter the club twice. Rami say his people can, but the action will be illegal. They are caught. Gali will present them as a criminal trying to create false evidence. Amir suggested using someone who already know how to enter low places. Sadhu immediately understand whom he now. Sibar Ibu. Sibar Ibu is not a traditional hero. He grew up learning the rule of the street and has crossed the line between survival and crime many times. He still lies and follow opportunity, but he also carries a strong sense of loyalty. His love and his attachment to the neighborhood prevent him from becoming completely cold. When Amir called, Ibu complained that people remember him only when a door need to open without a key. Amir explained that the club survived may contain proof connecting user to Hassan. Ibu becomes serious. He agreed to help but say he will not enter without understanding the security system. Rami offered floor plan and employee schedule. Ibo joked the wealthy people make thief easy too by believing technology can protect them from every human weakness. But worried that involving Ibo could create another disaster. Ami said they need evidence before Ghalib remove it. Rami gave Ibo a scheduled device for copying the record. The plan is for Ibo to enter through a maintenance area, research the control room, and leave without touching everyone else. Ibo said the final instruction insulted his professional curiosity while they prepare. User received confirmation that Hassan is still in surgery and Hassan Amir is in hospital. He assumed Amir is too distracted to act. He ordered the administrator to permanently reset the remaining club record. The administrator said direction will take time because backup copies are stored on the separate system. User tell him to begin immediately. Bo entered the club shortly before the direction start. He moved through a survived door used by cleaner and kitchen worker. Expensive building often focus security on main interiors while ignoring the people labor keep then operating. Where Ibo maintains uniform and cried a box of toll when a guard questioned him. He complained loudly about the forced water leak until the guard allowed him through. He reaches the server room and connected Ami device. The copy process began slowly on the screen. He noticed file disappears. Someone is deleting data remotely. Ibo called Amir and said they have arrived. The device may capture only part of the record because they are gone. Amir listened from the hospital hallway while waiting for Hassan's medical results. Two battles are happening at once. He tells Abu to take with her he can and they leave if security come. Ibo says he has never enjoyed leaving a job unfinished. Amir ordered him to knock to risk his life. They were surprised both of them. 1 hour earlier, Hassan Amir was ready to take risks. Everything himself Hassan failed has begun teaching him the value of bringing people home alive. Ibo copied a section of footage showing Hassan and User enter a private room. The camera does not record sound and the angle does not show what changing hand. However, another file contains access log proving User remained in the room with Hassan for almost 20 minutes. Ibo also find a financial record showing a payment made to an account connected to Hassan shortly after while before the copy completed. An alarm sound. User administrator noticed the annoying device. Security guard moved toward the server room. Ibo disconnected the equipment and escaped through a ventilation space leading to the equipment level. He loses one shoes and tears his clothing but reaches the outside while Sadhu wait nearby in a car and pull away a gas room exits the building. Ibo gave him the device and asked whether heroes are part. Sadhu tell him surviving should be enough. Ibo said this is the kind of answer people poor always receive where rich people benefit from their risk. Their joke contained trust. Sadhu promised the neighborhood will remember why he died. Back at the hospital, the surgeon finally appeared. Hassan survived the operation but his condition remained critical. Their lead injury is serious but he is remained inconsequence. The next day will show with her. The swelling in his brain can be controlled. Amir thanked the doctor and asked to see him. Only one person may enter briefly. Amir went into Hassan's room. The man laying in the bed looked nothing like a friend who went and the uncle's secret beside him. Bandage cover his head and body. Machines make steady sound. Amir sit near the bed and take Hassan's hand carefully. For a long time Amir said nothing. Anger, love, guilt and betrayal remain mixed inside him. He finally tells Hassan that his daughter saved him, but survival is not only the beginning. He says Hassan must wake up and explain everything. Amir refused to let the clip before and escape from responsibilities. Hassan will face what he did, but he will face it alive. Amir admits he is angry. He may remain angry for a long time. Hassan placed Malik, their friend, and innocent people in danger. He also allows users to use it, but Amir's anger does not heirs of brotherhood. He will not forget without trust, yet he will not allow Gali producer to finish when they separated. Hassan remains still, even wonder when he can hear. He remembers childhood night when Hassan was afraid of storm but prevent not to be. Amir will speak until the thunder stopping. Now she speaks into the same way, hoping his voice can rise somewhere beyond the machine outside. Mert received the copy file from Zado when he brought Amir technical team being examined them. The payment to Hassan appeared to come through a survival fault document account, but the original sources may connect to a company owned by Ghalib. The evidence is not complete, yet it is enough to prove Hassan meeting with Yusuf has hidden. Rami tells Mert they should not show Amir until he leaves Hassan. Rumors say hiding information from Amir has already caused enough damage. Rami replied, the timing matters. Trust give as a wrong movement can become a weapon. Mert remembered Faria and the other adult who probably said the same thing for hours. Years. He began to question with her timing is something, only another name for control. When Amir returned, Mert gave him the advice and explained what they found. Amir watches the silent footage. Hassan entered the room looking nervous. Yusuf followed later. Hassan leave alone holding an envelope. Amir face hardened. The payment record confirmed may arrive soon after. Amir want to confront Yusuf, but this time he stopped himself before moving. He asked what they can legally prove. Rami said the footage show contact and hidden payment, not the purpose. They need Hassan to pneumatic message or traditional record. Amir looked toward the glass toward Hassan. Once again, everything depends on whether his brother wake. Nas arrived at the hospital crying the document from Kamil. He said Amir speaking with Rami, Marsadu and Ibo. For a moment she considered turning around. The possibility that Amir may be connected to her by blood every step difficult. Then Amir see her. He walked toward her and noticed the cut on her hand. He asked what happened. Nas said she fell. Hassan, she is hiding something. Before he can ask again, she hugged him. The action surprised both of them. Nas needed to know what she feels. But standing close to him, the feeling is still the same safety, sadness and something deeper. This makes them certainly more painful. Amir tells her Hassan survived surgery. Naz says she is glad. Her voice remains tense. Amir asked what happened at the first hospital. Naz says Malik is still unconscious, was stable after surgery. Faria is with her. Amir asked why Naz looked frightened. She almost tells him everything. The world reaches her mouth but stops. She cannot say. We may share a family in a public hallway while Hassan lives near dead inside. She says she recovered information connected to Ghalib and their family. Hassan may alert Naz showing him one document carrying Ghalib's name and one clinic address. Amir reaches from the page but Naz pushes it back. She says this is personal and she will hand it to anyone until they she know who can be trusted. Amir respects the warning and step away. Amir asks whether the information is connected to Hassan. Naz says possible, but the secret began many years before them. Amir asks her to explain. Naz tells him about Kamil, the hidden Barbie and the fault record and the house we have made the original sister. She does not hide the possibility that her identity is involved. However, she cannot force herself to mention that Amir may be directly connected. She said the Kankaya name appeared in the paper. Amir looked at the document and recognized Zahra's name. He feels another shock. His mother make her cry. The secret is in real life. He wants to call her immediately but Naz stop him. She says Kamil wants that the same record may contain false name. They need the original sister before excusing anymore. Amir asks why Kamil is. Naz explained that the